On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins, Athletics Director Wayne Stellick, the staff, the students, and the alumni of Springdale High School, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this presentation of the Bulldog Sports Network. Hi again, everybody. Zach Arden's the voice of the Bulldogs, joining you from, I wouldn't call it high atop Harmon Field. We'll just say in the deer stand on the visiting side. Welcome to Glitchville. We've had quite the evening. Sorry we're coming on a little bit late for the 119th version of the Battle of the Bulldogs. Joining me, as he always does here in the broadcast, I don't even call it a booth, Carlos Trevino. Hey, good to see you. Having a good evening so far.
I am. It's Friday,
Yes.
so Battle of the Dogs tonight. You know, I don't think outside of all the little, I guess, minor glitches per se. For some Bulldog football.
So let's set the stage here. And again, we apologize for coming on a little late. We've had, let's just say this box that we're broadcasting from is not from 2018. Let's set the stage here. This is the 119th version, Springdale and Fayetteville. Springdale leads the overall series by a bunch. I mean, Springdale really has handled this series pretty well. The 62-43-13 is the overall record. Fayetteville's won the last 9. The longest winning streak in this series is 13 games. That was Gerald Williams from 80 to 92. Springdale's dominated this series except for the last 9. Springdale's last win in the series, 2008, a 55-27 win right here at Harmon Field. And Carlos, as we get close to kickoff here, we're about, and this is the other beauty of Harmon Field, is I literally have to hang out the window just to see the scoreboard. 11 minutes before kickoff. Springdale comes in 6-1 off a less than impressive performance against Rogers last week, playing a Fayetteville team that's coming off a tough loss last week in Bentonville, lost in the last 50 seconds. And you know, Springdale's got a chance here to end a streak with Fayetteville and put themselves really in great position as far as the 7A West goes.
Absolutely. I think Springdale last week was coming off really a big hangover victory last week after the win over HAR-BER, and they come into this week. You saw them bouncing around during pregame. They looked a little bit nervous. I know Coach Brian Davis said we're either going to do something really big or we're going to struggle a little bit.
It's a big game. I mean, any way you look at it, Fayetteville comes in 5-2, 2-2 in conference play. Springdale 6-1, 3-1 in conference play. It's a huge game as far as seedings go. Put the rivalry aside. Winner of this game has the inside track to the 3 seed, and that's pretty much where you want to be.
Absolutely. I think the winner of tonight's game, you know, really set yourself up for 1, if not 2 games at home in the playoffs, and that's really what you want to do.
So I'm getting text messages from Fayetteville alums. I'm going to blame all of them for this mess that we're in over here in the deer stand. We're going to call this the Derek Oxford broadcast booth. Teams are in the locker room, and, I mean, you've played in rivalry games. I played in rivalry games. I mean, these are those last couple of minutes where you're getting the last little bit of instruction. What are the coaches telling them?
I know tonight the coaches are saying, look, you know, you came off a struggle win really last week. You're playing none other than the Fayetteville Bulldogs at Harmon Playfield. What more could you ask for? It's Battle of the Dogs, 119th meeting. Springdale has a very rich history of winning this game, and I think tonight the Red Dogs are looking to turn another page tonight and come out with a win.
I've delved deep into this rivalry this week and gotten some of the best stories from teams that have, teams and players that have played in this game. We've actually had some controversy before the game. The kickers from Fayetteville were warming up, and apparently one of them beamed one of the Fayetteville police cruisers, and the police have already yelled at our kickers and told us not to kick the footballs at the cruisers. So we're off and running. The Fayetteville police have already intervened, and I guess what else would you expect? We do have some housekeeping to take care of. Springdale a little banged up coming into the game. Connor Sykes will not play. He's struggling with a leg injury. And the big news, last week, Garrett Vaughn tweaked his ankle a little bit. Garrett's going to be back soon. It's just not going to be tonight. And how does that affect Springdale's offense?
Springdale offensively, you know, we've really heavily on the run has been Garrett. So without Garrett tonight, we're really turning to the junior Daryl Parchman. You know, Daryl comes in 27 carries, 108 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, you know, Daryl has had his fair shares of the fumble bug. You know, so on a night like this where it's been rainy all day, the ball's going to be wet, the field's going to be slick. You really want to make sure you protect that ball, and I think Darryl is definitely a player that in between the tackles he can go up and down the field. He's kind of your one-cut guy. If you try to get him to the outside, he kind of struggles a little bit there, but I think we can keep him up the middle. Darryl will do a great job tonight.
As we delve deeper into the game itself, this is going to be a huge thing. Now, Darryl filled in last year when Garrett broke his hand, filled in for 4 games, ran for 437 yards, including a huge effort against Bentonville West. So Darryl's got, he's a running back by trade. He's played wide receiver some this year. The loss of Connor Sykes is going to hurt a little bit. There's going to be some personnel issues there, but one of the things that Springdale can sort of rely on is you still got 16 back there throwing the football.
Absolutely. Today in warm-ups, just before we came on air, we were sitting here watching, and Grant stood back there. He didn't look like he was really nervous at all. He was slinging the ball around, and you still got number 2 out there at wide receiver with Brock Pounders, with the absence of number 5, Connor Sykes.
That's going to be a big deal. Springdale, I think, is probably going to lean on Jaden Cornelius. He had 100 yards receiving and a touchdown last week against Rogers. And now as one of the things that Brian Davis told us before the game was, if we can block him, we're going to be all right. You talk about that Fayetteville defense. They're 8 deep on the defensive line. They're very good up front. They're led by number 23, Coleman Johnson. He'll be a guy that we'll have to keep an eye on. They've also got a young man inside in Keandre Conley. Unfortunately, they play basically side by side most of the night. Those are 2 very good defensive linemen.
Absolutely. And watching last week's game against Bentonville throughout the week, Conley and Johnson, disrupted a lot of Bentonville's plays, and they're going to look to do the exact same here tonight. I would also keep an eye on number 96, Darby Fields. He did some pretty big things last week against Bentonville, so we'll see what Springdale can do and see if we can keep them blocked up front.
This is a top 10 matchup in 7A. Comes in ranked number 5, Springdale number 8. And, we flip the football over and we look at Fayetteville's offense. It all kind of starts with their trigger man, Darius Bowers. He was the Northwest Arkansas Touchdown Club quarterback of the year last year. He sat out for 3 games with a couple injuries. Listen to this, 307 yards per game, 10 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I don't know if you can really ask for much more than that. You're averaging just over 300 yards, passing a game, 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. Your stat sheet looks near perfect on that. You got 2 receivers on the outside that, I look for us to be calling their names a lot in Stuckey and in Flanagan on the receivers, number 1 and number 2. Stuckey comes into tonight, 60 catches, 966 yards, and 12 touchdowns. And Flanagan with 36 catches, 717 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, Fayetteville doesn't run it particularly well. It's kind of been a mix and match at the running back spot. They're going to start a young man, a junior, Mitchell Terry. He got his first start last week against Bentonville. They'll go to Carson Jordan, Jacob Sheritz. He's actually the team's leading rusher, and he has just 170 yards. This team's pretty much on offense based around what Darius Bowers does with the football, whether it's running or throwing. He's their leading rusher. He's their leading passer, and he's going to, as you mentioned, get it to Flanagan and Stuckey, and then the guy that they'll mix it up with is HAR-BER, number 14. They've got a bevy of wide receivers. If they do have an area where they might not be as good as they have been in the past, it's up front. You can get pressure on Bowers, but Bowers' elusiveness, he can get away and make plays outside the pocket.
Absolutely. I think if this defense for Springdale can keep Bowers contained tonight and not let him get outside the pocket and kind of keep plays alive and scramble for some yards, and defensively on the secondary, if we can really cover those main guys and Flanagan, HAR-BER, and Stuckey, I think Springdale can hang in there and have a chance tonight.
This is a matchup of the 2 top offenses in the 7A West. Springdale number 1 and Fayetteville number 2 as the captains come to the field. For the Bulldogs, Jaden Cornelius is number 8. Number 91 on the right next to him, that's Hanto Hieta. Number 18, that's Barroso, and 97, that is Miguel Zambrano. Captains for Fayetteville. Looks like that's Carson Johnson, Darius Bowers. I believe that's Stuckey number 4. That's Barrett Adams, and I think that's 50.
54,
is that 50?
Cameron.
Yeah. Now you got to understand you have to understand the difficulties that Carlos and I are dealing with tonight. So if we seem a little off, it's because some of the things that we're dealing with here over in the Deer Stand. That's Cameron Irvin, who's the other captain tonight. You've got one job in the pregame.
Coin toss.
Coin toss. So we're about ready for 7A West football. Again, we apologize for coming on a little late. Had some technical glitches. We hope we've got them all worked out. Seth, the best in the business, working through those for us. And it looks like
I believe Fayetteville won the toss, and I think they're going to defer is what I saw as they were sitting there talking. We'll see what the ref says here.
Fayetteville has won the toss. and they have deferred. So Springdale gets the option here, and they are going to take the football. So that's how it'll set up. The Dogs will be entering from our right now. We are sitting on the opposite side of the home stand, so everything when you see the referees making calls, they will be facing away from us. So we'll do our best to keep you up to date on those. And so, finally we get to stop talking about this. I've got some great stories, by the way, that we'll share in and out of timeouts tonight about this rivalry and some of the things that we've gotten into, including how these teams actually played for the name Bulldogs.
I think I read that earlier in an email you sent out. I think actually to Wednesday when you sent out your stack packs. So it's interesting on how that came about and how that game actually ended. So
we'll talk about that here in just a second. So as the Dogs gather to the right of us, let's talk about your keys to the game.
My keys to the game, my very first one is minimize penalties. We're averaging right now 10.5 a game. We're sitting with about 600 plus yards of penalties, and tonight against this Fayetteville team, we can't really afford to create penalties. What we do need to do though is be able to create turnovers. Fayetteville hasn't turned the ball over. As we said, Bowers hasn't thrown an interception yet this year, so that is something that we need to try and do, get some pressure on him. And on a night like this where the ball's going to be wet, the field's slick, try and get those fumbles in as well. Another one is find a balanced offensive attack. Don't become one-dimensional tonight. Fayetteville is a very good team up front in the front seven. And, so if they take that run game away from Springdale, you really have relying heavily on your pass game.
One thing that Springdale has done well this year is protect the passer. Grant has eaten the ball more than he's actually been sacked. He's gone down. He doesn't throw the ball in the crowds. I think turnovers, as you mentioned, are going to be very, very pivotal in this game. Springdale can't make them, and they've got to force them. Otherwise, Fayetteville is so explosive offensively. It's one of those things. If you're going to be turning the football over, you're not going to beat this Fayetteville team. So we're about ready for kickoff. Glad you're here with us. Everybody listening on 95.3 ESPN Radio at 1290 AM, along with those watching along the Bulldog Sports Network. My good friend Derek Oxford watching from down in DeQueen. There are some other folks. My good friend Mark Barron, he's watching up in Springfield, Missouri. So, Dogs, I can't even say Dogs. We'll say Red Dogs, going to get the football first. I'll get that straightened out by the middle of the second quarter, I promise you. So back deep for the Bulldogs, it'll be Darryl, Martre, and Jawan. And this has been a unit that has had their moments. They've had some good moments in the special teams return game. They've had some moments that weren't so great. But Huxley Richardson's going to tee it up for Fayetteville. As I open the window, which I don't think has been opened since probably 1974.
I don't even think we opened them last year when we were here.
No, we didn't.
The one actually right in front of me, I opened it, and it kind of sways back and forth. So I was like, I'm going to keep that one closed.
So we're about ready for kickoff. And the 119th Battle of the Bulldogs about to get underway. Glad you're with us. Huxley Richardson's got it teed off, and we're underway. Kind of a knuckleball heading for the sidelines. It's going to be Darryl at the 11. Darryl with a hole across the 30-yard line. Darryl to the 35, and Springdale's going to have really good field position across the 40-yard line.
Great return there by Darryl. Found a seam right up the middle where Fayetteville wasn't and made them pay for it and gets great field position here for the Red Dogs.
So Springdale's going to get 1st and 10 across the 40-yard line. Grant Allen will bring them out across the front for the Bulldogs. Finally healthy, it'll be Jesus, Alayu, Rafi Gonzalez, Jacob Sisamfu, and Angel Ortega. Tight end is Jaden Cornelius. The running back, Grant Allen. The receivers, Brock Pounders. Connor Sykes is out, so it'll be Jaden Cornelius and Martre Simon. The running back again, Darryl Partrin, in the absence of Garrett Vaughn. First play of the ball game, 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Here comes Darryl on the outside zone. He's not going to get much, maybe a yard out of that, and it'll bring up second down and long.
Fayetteville did a great job there of stretching that to the outside and making Darryl really come up with maybe a yard right here as I'm looking down in front of us. So we'll see really what Springdale is able to do here in this run game.
Thing to keep an eye on is how Fayetteville plays their safeties. Springdale says if they play too deep, they've got to be able to run the football. If they're going to crowd the line of scrimmage, they've got to be able to throw it. So Grant, first pass attempt of the night. He gets away. Grant across the 45-yard line. He's going to be knocked down at the 48. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Great job there by Grant. Able to see that he had pressure right there in his face. Had a wide open hole for about 5 yards, took it up the middle, close to midfield.
So third down, 4 yards to go, just underway here, 11 minutes to go first quarter. He's Carlos, I'm Zach, glad you're with us. The 119th Battle of the Bulldogs. Trips to the bottom of the screen, Martre and Brock in the slot. Grant's going to throw. Fires. He's got Brock at the 45-yard line, in and out of his hands. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Great job there by number 14, Jay Beasley of Fayetteville. Did a great job of knocking the ball out of Brock's hands right there.
So Springdale goes 3 and out. They'll be forced to punt. Grant will drop back. He comes in averaging 41 yards per kick. Dropping back deep for Fayetteville, Connor Flanagan. And I believe that's Stuckey on the far side. Or is that Marquez Edwards?
Zach Van.
Douglas. Marquez Douglas on the far side. So here comes Grant. I'd like to see him get off a 41-yarder here. That helped. Grant, end-over-end kick. It's going to hit. And that is Douglas with the catch at the 17-yard line. So
Douglas does a great job there of really calling for the fair catch and diving for the ball and preventing that roll from happening, because you had Springdale guys right down the field getting ready to down that inside the 5.
So Fayetteville bring out the offense. The trigger man is Darius Bowers. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the state. If you haven't had a chance to see him, you're in for a treat. He's really good. Sherritt's will be the running back. First down 10. The Springdale defense, 4th in the conference overall. That's Flanagan in motion. Here's Bowers to throw quickly. Chops nearly with the pick 6. Bowers never saw him, and it's going to bring up second down.
We do have a flag here. Looks to be at the line of scrimmage. So I don't know if that was.
I think we may have a motion penalty. We'll await the call. Again, the referee will not be facing us, so we'll do our best to figure out what their illegal shift. So
we do have a legal motion.
So Springdale take the penalty. Hey, go ahead. Just open it up. Let's just have some fun. Ball be marked back to the 11-yard line.
It's interesting. They give you a little
they know.
hole here.
Here's Bowers to throw. His first throw. He's got Flanagan across the 20. Juwan's going to bring him down at the 24-yard line. It'll be second down. So nice pickup there. Gets the majority of the penalty yards plus some.
Flanagan does a great job there fighting his way up to make it about 2nd and 3 right here for the Purple Dogs.
Flanagan having a outstanding year, 36 catches, 717 yards, 9 touchdowns. So second down. Bowers on the roll, trying to get to the outside, lobs it long. He's got Flanagan on the outside at the 50-yard line. That's going to be a big gainer for the Purple Dogs, and he's still going. Connor Flanagan is going to score for Fayetteville, and that is exactly how Springdale did not need this night to start. A quick score, and the Fayetteville Bulldogs lead 6-0.
Flanagan did a great job there, really fighting off the tackle of Juwan and then taking the rest of it to the house. Outran number 23, Christian Wise, there at the end of the play.
So Springdale off to an inauspicious start. Fayetteville goes 2 plays, 89 yards, and Huxley Richardson on to try the extra point. Snaps down, kicks on the way, and it's good. So with 9:52 to go in the first quarter, our score, Fayetteville 7, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, keep up with your favorite team all year long with the official app of Springdale Bulldog Athletics. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Springdale Athletics app will keep you up to date with all things Bulldog. Schedule, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Springdale Bulldogs, proudly presented by McClarty Daniel. Download today for free in the App Store and Google Play.
The scoring drive for Fayetteville, 2 plays, 84 yards. Darius Bowers hooking up with Connor Flanagan, and the Purple Dogs lead Springdale 7-0. This is one of the things that we've talked about consistently with the Springdale team, getting off to good starts, and dug themselves a little hole here with 9:52 to go in the first quarter. Huxley Richardson's got it teed up. Back deep for the Bulldogs. Martre Simon, Darryl Parchman, and Juwan Boyd. Richardson approaches the football, and this one headed for Juwan at the 6. Here's Juwan Boyd. Juwan makes a couple of guys miss. Juwan across the 35-yard line. He's going to be knocked backwards, and they're going to mark him at the 35-yard line. So Springdale will get, again, good field position.
There is a flag on the far side of the field at about the 23-yard line.
That's in the area of holding, so we'll have to wait and see. And illegal block in the back against Springdale, so that's going to back the Bulldogs up inside the 20-yard line, and Springdale needs a quick momentum shifter here. This is how the game started last year. It was just sort of this avalanche, and by the time Springdale caught their breath, the game was out of reach. So they're going to back him up to the 13-yard line.
What it looks like from up here. So Springdale right now, like you said, needs a big spark of momentum right here, needs a good, sustainable drive, get some points here on the board. Don't let this game get out of hand quickly.
So 1st and 10, Grant in the pistol. They try a run up the middle, not much there.
Look as if that was Conley there on the tackle for the Purple Dogs.
And they're going to give him nothing on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd down. You know, we talked about this Springdale run game needing to get going. They've struggled here in recent weeks. And with Garrett Vaughn out of the lineup tonight, the burden becomes that much tougher. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Clock running, 9:18 to go in the quarter. Here's Darrell on the draw. Nothing there. Maybe a yard on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This Fayetteville front seven's doing a great job of being able to stop the run. They've got some big guys up front on that defensive line.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Trips will come to the bottom of the screen. Jaden Cornelius, Martre Simon, Brock will go to the top. Grant will throw. Good protection. Grant trying to get away. Across the 20-yard line, Grant is going to be up near 1st down yardage. Boy, it's going to be close.
It is. It may be, if anything, inches short. They're going to call it 4th down.
So you're going to mark him out short of the 1st down at the 22, and the punting team's going to have to come on. So 2 3-and-outs for the Springdale offense. Back deep again. Douglas and Flanagan, they've got their heels on the 45-yard line. Grant comes into the night averaging 41 per kick. His first one, a 36-yard effort. Good snap. Grant, end over end. Douglas is going to field it at the 40, and that's where Fayetteville will get the football.
That took a Fayetteville bounce right there at the end of that point, went straight up in the air, and able to down it right there was Douglas.
So you feel like, we're sitting here with 8:29 to go in the first quarter. This just feels like one of those moments here where Springdale's got to get a stop. You get down 2 scores of this Fayetteville team, you're in trouble.
Absolutely, and I think right now Springdale's got a little bit of momentum right now defensively. You know, you were able to get a good play there on the very first play of the series for Fayetteville, but it was neglected by a penalty here. So let's see what the Red Dogs have.
Terry checks in at the running back spot. This is Terry, his first carry of the ball game. Springdale there to meet him at the 40, and nothing happening. So good play there. Good bounce back for Springdale. No pickup.
Great job by Juwan Boyd coming up from his safety spot and make that play. Great job by Nathan Burkett as well, right there to stuff that immediately.
Juwan had a great night last Friday night against Rogers. An interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a school record interception at 95 yards. So 2nd down, 10. Here's Bowers. Under pressure, and he's going to take off across the 40. Brindle's got him there. He's going to wind up getting about 5 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Great job there by the Springdale defense, able to kind of contain Bowers for the most part there. Bowers only able to get about 5 on that. Brings up 3rd
down and 5. Clock running, 7:40 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Glad you're with us here on the Bulldog Sports Network. He's Carlos. I'm Zach. Got Seth in the next room next to us. I think it's a first aid room in there. Bowers in the shotgun. Got trips to the bottom of the screen. Bowers with the play fake. Fires. He's got Flanagan across the 50, and it's 1st down Fayetteville. Tackle there by Christian
Good job
Wise.
there by Fayetteville to go with the play action there, and Flanagan able to catch it and just get enough for the 1st down.
So it's a first down for the Purple Dogs, ball at the 48. Brock is checked in at a corner. J-Lo is also checked in. Terry's the running back. Chops drops down, shows blitz. Bowers, quick throw, finds Flanagan. Flanagan's going to get down near the 40-yard line. They'll call it a 7-yard pickup. It'll bring up second down.
Flanagan does a great job right there of making Hunter Cornelison miss on that tackle and is able to pick up about 5 on that play.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Clock running, 6:40 to go in the quarter. Barrett in motion. Here comes Bowers to throw again. Fires. It's got Charbonneau inside the 20-yard line. Tackle made there by J-Lo.
Bowers sitting here really just finding a man and just kind of throwing it to an area, and the Fayetteville receivers are just kind of going to it and finding the ball right when they get there.
We're going to mark him down at the 16. It's a 24-yard pickup, and the Red Dogs right now are on roller skates on defense. Bowers to throw again. He's got a man wide open. He's going to walk into the end zone for another Fayetteville touchdown.
Bowers doing a great job there on that outside swing pass to get another Fayetteville touchdown here. I believe that was number 85.
Yeah, that's Augie Braddock with the touchdown. I mean, nobody covered him. I mean, that's an easy pitch and catch if you can't get lined up right. So Huxley Richardson will come on to try the extra point. It's 14-0, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
I think if you're Springdale right here after this PAT, you're definitely needing points on the board.
So Richardson in to try the extra point. Snaps down, kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score with 6:12 to go in the first quarter, Fayetteville 14, Springdale nothing. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness center, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
Welcome back to Harmon Field in Fayetteville, 14-0 our score. Clearly people not abiding by the don't text us policy.
I mean, they're not texting me. That's because most of them don't have my number, so we're good there.
So Springdale's going to get the football for the third time here in the first quarter. They have yet to stop Fayetteville. Fayetteville with 8 plays, 149 yards. This game is eerily reminiscent of last year's 52-14 Fayetteville win, where it was 20-something to nothing before the game really got away. Springdale needs a score, and they need it quickly. Richardson's got it teed up. Marcher, Jawan, and Darrell all back deep. Richardson's kick, end over end, coming towards Jawan again. This one's going to be taken at the 6. Jawan Boyd. He's going to get up near the 25-yard line. That's it. And that's where Springdale will take over.
Fayetteville doing a great job after that first 2 returns of covering here on the kickoff. And I believe we have an injured Red Dog on the field.
So while they tend to him, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
So Chops is up. Offense, 6 plays, 14 yards.
Right now, like I said, before the commercial break after that PAT, if you're Springdale, you need points here to keep this game close.
But Grant in the shotgun, and he'll throw. Good protection. He's going to swing it out in the flat. That's Darrell at the 20. Makes a guy miss. Darrell is going to wind up picking up about 5 yards. Darrell making something out of nothing.
Darryl did a great job there of making a couple moves and still able to get upfield, because had he been stopped initially, we're looking at about a 2-yard loss there for the Red Dogs.
This is a very aggressive Fayetteville defense. Coaches have talked all week about how good they are, especially their front seven. So we'll go 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Jaden Cornelius, the inline tight end. Darrell's a running back. Here's Grant to throw again. Good protection. Fires. Got Brock at the 35. Brock at the 40. Brock at the 45. Down the sidelines. Brock Pounders inside the 20. And he's going to be chased down inside the 10-yard line. Big hookup. Grant Allen to Brock Pounders.
Brocky Balboa making some moves, getting big yards there for the Red Dogs, and sets up the Springdale Bulldogs with the first and
they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 13, so it's going to still wind up being a big gainer.
They've marked at the 9, it shows.
Is that where they're going to mark him out? Yeah, okay. They're going to mark him out at the 9.
Inside the Storm Orthodontics red zone here for the Red Dogs, inside the 10-yard line for a first and goal.
So first and goal for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 9-yard line. Here's Grant. Nice play action. Grant inside the 5-yard line.
Grant called his own number there, able to pick up about 4 on that, trying to get the Red Dogs on the board here.
That hookup from Grant to Brock, 61 yards. Springdale going to bring in the heavies. Chop's going to check in at a tight end spot. Jawan coming in at a wide receiver spot. He and Brock will go to the top of the screen. Dual tight ends to the bottom, Jaden and Chops. Darrell, the lone running back. Clock running, 4:45 to go. Play clock is at 5. Here's Grant firing. That ball is intercepted.
That's put Fayetteville at the 1-yard line of their own 1-yard line there.
Trying to hit the slant to Jawan. It's intercepted. And Springdale turns it over. And, boy, I mean, you talk about taking the air out of the balloon.
Fayetteville did a great job there of reading that play. Grant looking at Jawan the whole time. And Purple Dogs right there to pick it off.
So Springdale turns it over with 4:36 to go in the first quarter. Now, you know, this is, I mean, you're talking pivotal time here for the Red Dogs. I mean, you can allow another score here. A 99-yard drive would be just a killer here. Sherritts checks in at the running back spot. 2 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Bowers in the shotgun. This is Sherritts straight ahead. He's going to wind up getting 4 yards out near the 5-yard line.
Springdale bringing, I believe that was Trey Tolbert right up the middle.
Hunter makes the stop at the 5, and Springdale trying to sell out to stop this Fayetteville offense, which to this point has just been unstoppable, averaging almost 20 yards per play in the first quarter. Second down, 6 to go, ball at the 5. Springdale shows blitz, backs out of it. Here's Bowers to throw, no rush. Plenty of time. He's going to fire down the middle, and he's got Charbonneau. Charbonneau is off to the races down the far side, and he's going to be tracked down by Gabe Buchow, I believe, at the 20-yard line. Another huge play for this Fayetteville offense.
This Fayetteville offense really firing on all cylinders here in the passing game, able to pick up a ginormous chunk of yards there, get out of their own end zone, and now inside the Storm Orthodontics red zone, Purple Dogs looking to go up 3 scores here.
That play, 79 yards, sets them up at the 16. First and 10, Sherritts again the running back. Here's Bowers to throw, same play they scored on. This is Flanagan. And Flanagan inside the 10, and he's going to be tracked down at the 7-yard line.
Flanagan doing a great job there, making a couple guys miss, pick up a couple extra yards there.
Clock running, 3:30 to go in the first quarter. They're going to mark him out at the 8-yard line, so it'll bring up second down and 2. 2 receivers go to the top of the screen, got 2 to the bottom. Bowers alone in the backfield. That's Flanagan in motion. Here's Bowers. He's got a man wide open at the 3-yard line. Fumbles the football out of bounds. And what's the call? It's going to be a touchback, so Springdale turns Fayetteville over.
Springdale caught a break right there as Fayetteville looking to go up 3 scores. And now Fayetteville's turned it over in their own end zone. Springdale will take over at the 20-yard line right here And
that is a huge play for Springdale.
if you're Springdale, like I said before, that is they were driving. Springdale needs points right here. You know, you're almost went down 3 scores here. If you able to drive the field, you know, don't really settle for the 3. You want the 7. You know, get into the end zone, make this a 1-score ball game.
So Springdale's going to take over at the 20-yard line, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout. So timeout with 3:06 to go in the first quarter, 14-0 Fayetteville. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Arvest is not your typical bank. See for yourself.
I do most of my banking online.
I really utilize it more for my online bill pay, which is absolutely great.
Do you use the Arvest Go app?
Yes, I do use the app. I love it.
The best part is the quick view. You don't even have to log in. You can just see what your accounts are that day.
When you log in now, it just shows everything right there.
The fingerprint touch is a game changer.
We use the app, got to transfer money in a pinch. Quick and easy.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Welcome back to Harmon Field. Springdale catches a break on the turnover.
Absolutely,
Springdale. Yeah, it's going to be a touchback. Springdale's going to get good field position at the 20-yard line.
And I think Billy Dawson's sitting here trying to figure out what went on there. He thought his guy crossed, but the ref saw something different. So, and if you're Springdale, you know, we'll take that right now.
Oh,
the
absolutely,
way
yeah.
The Fayetteville offense has been moving up and down the field.
So it's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Grant brings the offense out. Here's Grant to throw. Pass complete to Martray across the 30-yard line, and it'll be close to first down yardage. Yep, they're going to give him the first down.
Great pitch and catch there by Grant and Martray, able to pick up a first down and get the chains moving here.
So first and 10 for the Bulldogs. It's Martray's first catch of the night. And now we've got a snap. It's gone over Grant's head, and Darrell's going to fall on it back at the 15.
Springdale with a big miscue right there.
Springdale just can't get out of their own way here in the first quarter.
I think Grant stepped up to kind of check the play there, and Gonzalez just kind of went ahead and snapped it, and Springdale now looking at second and probably about 30
It's a small
almost.
commuter flight. So second down, 25 yards to go. Ball back at the, we'll call it the 14.5. Grant will throw. Now he's under pressure, going to take off and run, and he's not going to get much. He'll get up close to the 20-yard line. So it'll bring up third down for the Red Dogs.
Fayetteville right now doing a great job of containing Grant on that play. Grant able, like you said, pick up about 5 or 6 right there on that.
Clock running. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. First quarter that I think Springdale would rather forget. The line to make is the 40. The ball is at the 17, so we'll call it third down and 25. Grant looking to the sidelines. The play clock inside of 10 seconds, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout, Springdale. So we'll take the timeout with them. 1:44 to go in the quarter. 14-0 Fayetteville. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security. When homemade is too good to keep at home. Helping Arkansas business do business. Making better happen with First Security.
1:44 to go in the first quarter. Springdale facing a third down and 25. After picking up a first down on a nice pitch and catch from Grant to Martray, they have put themselves back in a hole with a bad snap. So third down, 25 yards to go. 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Jaden's the tight end. Grant, he'll throw. Good protection. Grant with a lot of time. Grant still looking, fires, finds Jaden up around the 30-yard line. It's not going to be enough, but it'll give him a little bit of breathing room, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Grant does a great job keeping the play alive right there, able to find Jaden right at about the original line of scrimmage. And Springdale bring on the punt unit again here.
So Douglas and Flanagan will drop back deep. Grant 2 kicks, 37-yard average. He came in averaging 41 per kick on the season. Henry gets the snap back to him. Grant, nice high spiral. Flanagan will retrieve it at the 25, and that's where Fayetteville will take over.
Grant does a great job right there of just about flipping the field on the Purple Dogs.
So Fayetteville will take over. They have 150 yards of total offense here in the first quarter, and they're looking to add to that total. They have moved the ball at will, minus one fumble. They've been all but unstoppable. Darius Bowers, 9 for 9, 140 yards. I don't care what league you play in, that's pretty darn good.
Fayetteville doing it right now all through the air.
Now they've got Flanagan to the top of the screen. Here comes a quick screen inside. Nice tackle there by, I believe that was Christian Wise.
Wise doing a great job of keeping Flanagan from picking up the first down there. Only gets him about 5.
It was Link Lindsay on the catch there. He'll wind up picking up about 8, picking up 2 yards up to the 26. Brings up second down. Here's Flanagan on the pitch. He's got a seam across the 30, and he's got first down yardage out near the 35.
Flanagan doing a great job of picking up that first down there, and Fayetteville again on the move.
Springdale getting no penetration on the defensive line. They just looks like they're catching blocks at this point. Clock running, 55 seconds to go. Ball just across the 35. New set of receivers in here for Fayetteville. Lindsay's to the bottom, Charbonneau to the top along with Barrett. Mitchell's the running back. Here's Bowers, quick throw. Finds Charbonneau down the sidelines. He's going to step out of bounds at the 42.
Pick up about.
Pick up 7. Bring up second down and short. Clock is stopped with 35 seconds to go.
Fayetteville moving fast here.
This is Terry straight ahead, still going. He's going to get close to the 45, maybe 46-yard line. It's going to be awfully close to first down yardage.
I'll tell you what, it's good to see that we're not the only ones having issues here tonight from our view. The referee right down here in front of us can't really tell where the ball is being spotted on the opposite side. I've seen him move up about 5 yards, then have to move back a couple times here tonight.
So third down, 1, and Springdale jumps off sides. Nathan Burkett's going to get whistled for the offsides. That'll give Fayetteville a 1st and 10 with the 7.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, the good news, that's only the second penalty of the first quarter, but it comes at a costly time for Springdale. And Springdale's going to let the clock run out here in the first quarter. So after 1, our score, Fayetteville 14, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
It's the taste of fresh-picked strawberries.
Or a burger cooked to perfection right off the grill.
It's a friendly smile and a well-timed wave.
It's knowing your neighbors.
And your neighbor's neighbors.
It's knowing there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Because being here is pretty great.
Quality you can trust from the people you know best.
HAR-BER, hometown fresh.
As we start the second quarter, our score 14-0 Fayetteville. They have moved the ball at will here in the first quarter. 16 plays, 170 yards. Darius Bowers is yet to put a football on the turf. He's 12 out of 12 for 158 yards.
That was what Fayetteville, really playing almost a perfect game outside of that fumble there through the back of the end zone.
4 wide receivers set. Flanagan lines up in the running back spot. Trayvon Westbrook's checked in at the nose for Springdale. This is Flanagan to the outside. He's got room. He'll get across the 45-yard line down near the 40. It's going to be awfully close to the first down.
Flanagan does a great job of bending it to the outside. Picks up 9 there on the play. And Fayetteville, again, picks up right where they left off in the first quarter.
They're going to call it We've got a Springdale Bulldog on the turf.
I believe that's Christian Wise.
I think he's going to get up. It looks to be his right leg. He's going to get helped off. Matthew John will check in his place. So the Springdale defense has been unable to really get any sort of pressure on Darius Bowers in the pass game, and they've yet to slow down Fayetteville in the run game. Fayetteville's just run the football like crazy here in the first quarter. Sherritts checks in. Bowers, the running back, who Springdale shows blitz. It's picked up. Bowers is going to throw it, looking long for Flanagan, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice play there by Jawan, and Stony White coming across his face, and it's going to bring up third down.
Great job there by the Springdale defense, able to force that incompletion. I think if Flanagan caught that would have been another inside the 10-yard line right there for the Purple Dogs.
Well, the good news is that's his first incompletion of the night. Brings up a 3rd down and 1. Bowers gives to Sherritt straight ahead, and he's going to get the first down near the 35-yard line.
Jacob does a great job right there, just kind of falling forward, and the momentum carries him for the first down for the Purple Dogs. Springdale here not able to get off the field there on that 3rd down.
Clock running, 11 minutes to go in the half. Jaden Brockington is checked in at a wide receiver spot. He's down at the bottom of the screen. Got 2 to the top. Here's Bowers. He'll give it straight ahead. Sherritt. So hole was there. He's tripped up at the 35. It'll wind up being a 2-yard pickup.
Burkett there on that trip up.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Stoney was there to clean him up at the end. Terry's checked in at a running back spot. Here's Bowers. Finds Lindsey, and he's down to the 20-yard line. That'll be a 17-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Springdale does a great job of getting pressure there on Bowers, and Bowers still able to complete it to Lindsey for the 1st down. And Fayetteville now sitting inside the Storm Orthodontics red zone at the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Bowers alone in the shotgun. He'll throw again. Fire into the corner of the end zone. He's got Charbonneau wide open. Touchdown, Fayetteville.
Bowers does a great job of finding Charbonneau there in the corner of the end zone for the Fayetteville touchdown.
So Darius Bowers with his 3rd touchdown pass, and score grows to 20-0.
This game looking to get out of hand very quickly for the Springdale Bulldogs.
Huxley Richardson will check in. Kicks on the way, and he hit the right upright, and it's no good. So Springdale will catch a break. Our new score with 10 minutes to go in the half. Fayetteville 20, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER. Hometown fresh.
Welcome back to Harmon Field in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Our score 20-0. Darius Bowers has been the story. 14 out of 16, 193 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Springdale really kind of unable to get out of their own way on offense. Just 94 yards of total offense here in the first half. This Fayetteville defense is as good as advertised. Their front 7 is pretty darn good.
Absolutely. The Fayetteville front 7's really kind of had their way with Springdale. Springdale picking up the majority of the 94 yards on that one pass to Brock that got the Red Dogs inside the 10-yard line.
So Richardson's got it teed up. Martre, Darrell, and Jawan back deep. This one's going to be a knuckleball. It's going to come to Jawan at the 16. Here's Jawan, across the 30, and he's going to get out near the 35-yard line, and that's where Springdale will take over.
Great job there by Jawan, just to pick up the ball and get as much as he could and gets it close to the 40-yard line.
Springdale take over. Ball will be placed. Looks like it'll be at the 34-yard line. Grant will bring the offense out. Martre and Brock go to the top. Jaden's the tight end. Darrell the running back. Grant's going to throw. Good protection. He's got time. Grant fires across the middle to Brock. Brock at the 50. Nice move. Puts Beasley on roller skates. Brock down the sidelines, and we've got to have a flag. Thank you. That's going to be a helmet-to-helmet hit on Brock. Brock's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They'll tack on a personal foul after that. And Brock is still down on the Fayetteville, on the Springdale sidelines.
Fayetteville guys sitting over here facing Springdale, kind of celebrating that hit. Springdale crowd not liking the fact that really a third flag hasn't been thrown.
I'm watching here as they attend to Brock on the sidelines. So we've got a referees conference as they sort this out. 9:42 to go in the half. 20-0 Fayetteville leading, but a big play from Grant to Brock. There should have been there's a face mask back here at the 41, so that's going to be tacked on. Plus, you're going to get the personal foul. Springdale's probably going to get the football down around the 7-8 yard line by the time this is all over.
They should, but again, we've been wrong before. So
this isn't Bentonville. The conference is still going on here. They're talking to Coach Clark. Coach Clark's not happy. And now the referee is getting ready to make the call, so let's see what we've got. Let's see here. We've got a personal foul, face mask against Fayetteville. We've got a dead ball, personal foul against Fayetteville. And it'll be first down Springdale. So 2 personal fouls, 1 a face mask, 1 for the hit. The ball went out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and let's see where they march this down to. They marched off the first one down to the 14.
They're kind of hanging out right there at the 14. There we go. Marching off that second penalty. Now down to the 7. So Brock up here on the sideline. Little help from the trainers. Heading his way to a seat.
So it'll be first and we'll call it first and goal inside the 10-yard line. Springdale's been here before. Grant's going to throw. Got a guy underneath. Ball's in and out of the hands of Jawan. That was an easy touchdown if he catches that.
Absolutely. Ball just hit Jawan right in the hands, and lucky that Fayetteville didn't pick that one off again.
So it'll bring up second down. Grant on the night, 5 out of 8 for 127 yards. I mean, that's pretty good. But they have stalled inside the red zone through a pick on the last trip inside. Clock is stopped with 9:38 to go. Grant in the shotgun alone in the backfield. He'll throw. Protection is good. Grant's flush to the left. Grant is going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Springdale.
Grant does a great job there of being able to see that he really didn't have anyone open. Walked into the corner of the end zone right here, and Bulldogs now on the board.
Well, we'll see if the personal foul fires the Dogs up. I mean, they were not happy with it. We'll see if that puts a little life into the Red Dogs. 9:33 to go in the half. 20-7 or 20-6 our score is Barroso comes on to try the extra point. The kick is on the way, and it's good. So our new score, Fayetteville 20, Springdale 7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
9:33 to go in the half here at a raucous Harmon Field. Springdale has just put the ball in the end zone to make it 20-7, and we're standing up here watching Brock Powders on the sidelines. His helmet's still next to him, so they haven't taken it from him
just yet.
So that's always a good sign.
But looks as if the trainer
and Jen is down there keeping a close eye on him. They'll observe him for a little while. So Springdale's going to kick off, going back deep. It's Flanagan, Douglas, and I believe that is Lindsay. So we'll see if the personal fouls put a little life into the Red Dogs. This is a knuckleball angling, and it's going to be taken by Lindsay at the 24, and he's going to go out of bounds across the 25-yard line. So we'll see.
Springdale did a great job there of containing Lindsay and not really letting him get much. He only gained about a yard there on that return.
They're going to put the ball at the 27. It'll be 1st and 10 for Fayetteville. We'll be moving from left to right. Glad you're with us here at the Bulldog Sports Network and those joining us on ESPN Radio. He's Carlos. I'm Zach. Fayetteville moving from left to right. Trips to the top of the screen. Springdale showing blitz. This is Mitchell Terry, and he is going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Trey Tolbert's there. Keaton Patterson. Nathan Burkett and the Dogs.
Dogs
have done a nice job again. They've done a nice
down.
job on the run game. It's been the pass game that has been a little bit of a problem.
And usually throughout the season, Springdale's done a great job in the passing department defensively. But tonight against Darius Bowers, Bowers has really kind of been their kryptonite.
14 out of 15, 193 for Bowers in the first half. Springdale shows blitz. Bowers with time, fires down the middle, incomplete, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Springdale really does look to be fired up there after that hit and after those personal fouls on Fayetteville, as they've now forced the Purple Dogs into a 3rd and long.
8:54 to go in the half. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Fayetteville's only faced 1 3rd down in the ball game. They picked it up. Springdale defense has been very good on 3rd downs. Springdale shows blitzers. Bowers looking for Charbonneau, and they're going to say incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Cook does a great job there on Charbonneau, forcing that incompletion, and Purple Dogs bring on the punt unit here. Not really something that we've been able to say tonight. So let's see if now with the momentum that Springdale has picked up here, if they can't convert that into points after this punt.
Huxley Richardson in to kick. Jawan will drop back deep. The short man's Brindle Cook. That's Jordan in motion. Richardson gets the kick away, a spiral. It's going to bounce at the 35. Jawan fumbles it, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Dangerous play there by Jawan, but Springdale's going to wind up getting the football.
Jawan does a great job of just kind of trying to make sure that ball goes out of bounds there.
So Springdale take over, ball to 30, 8:39 to go in the half. Brock got up off the bench. Where'd he go?
He's still right here. He's working with looks to be the team doctor and Jim still.
I looked down to see if he'd gotten up, and he is down on the sidelines running, so we'll keep an eye on him. Springdale going to get the ball, 1st and 10, ball to 30. Martre, Jawan, and Jaden, along with Daryl Parchman. Those are the skill players. Here's Grant in the shotgun. Grant with good time, fires it underneath. He's got Jawan at the 35. It's going to be a pickup of about 8, maybe 9 for the Bulldogs.
Great pitch and catch there. Grant able to kind of extend the ball a little bit more or the play a little bit more and find Juwan there for the pickup of 8.
They're going to give him 8. Bring up 2nd down 2. Clock running, 8:15 to go. Bulldogs moving from right to left. There's really no wind to speak of. It was a miserable day here in Northwest Arkansas. This has suddenly turned into a nice, cool football night. Here's Darrell trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be tracked down. Doesn't look like he's going to get any yards on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Fayetteville doing a great job there of chasing Darrell down, able to keep him from picking up the 1st down here. Springdale facing 3rd and 2.
3rd down, 2 yards to go. I thought Darrell had a little room to the inside, but tried to bounce it outside. Clock running, 7:40 to go. Grant in the shotgun. Here's Grant on the play fake. Working to the outside. Fires it. It's got Juwan on the sidelines. 1st down, Bulldogs.
Grant does a great job there. Has a Fayetteville linebacker coming at him. Able to see that and find Juwan right here just over the 45-yard line. Picks up the 1st down for the Red Dogs.
Yeah, he had options there. He could have run that. He could have thrown it. He chose to throw it to Juwan. 1st down, Bulldogs at the 48-yard line. First down 10, ball at the 48. Clock moving, 7:30 to go. Here's Grant, fires, got a man wide open. There's Martre Simon at the 40. Martre runs over a guy, and we're going to get a 1st down, Bulldogs inside the 35-yard line.
Martre realized he had a guy right there, wasn't afraid to shy away from contact, hits a man, and picks up the 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Ball's going to be marked at the 33. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. The Bulldogs have got it going here in the 2nd quarter. 3 wide receivers set. Darrell, the running back. Here's Grant. They fake the pitch. Now Grant's going to have to run. He's going to get a couple out of the play down near the 31-yard line. Smart play by their Grant not to turn the, not to make the pitch.
And to make things a little bit better here, Brock Pounders is checked back into the ball game.
The Brock Ness Monster back into the football game. The ball is resting at the 32 despite what the scoreboard says. Did they just change it? Yeah.
But everywhere else we can see the scoreboard. Here we kind of have to look out the window.
Here comes a reverse. Here's Martre on the reverse. My gosh, he's got green grass. Martre across the 20-yard line, down to the 15, 1st down, Red Dogs.
Little trickeration right there from the Red Dogs. Gets inside the Purple Dogs red zone, sets them up 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line at the 16.
Brian Davis is in a play-calling groove right now. The Bulldogs pick up 16 on that play. And with 6.5 minutes to go, the Red Dogs looking to punch it in and make a game out of this. Grant alone in the backfield, 5 wide receivers set. Fayetteville shows blitz, and we've got a flag down.
I think they're going to get a false start on the Bulldogs right there. On the Red Dogs, I should say.
Indeed, it is a false start, so that'll back Springdale up. That's Springdale's 4th penalty on the night. The clock runs, 6:12 to go in the half. 20-7 our score. 2 tight end set, Chops and Jaden. Juwan and Brock go to the bottom. Darrell's a lone running back. Now we've got a shift. Darrell and Jaden go wide. Grant alone in the backfield. Grant fires down the middle. In and out of the hands of Darrell Parchman. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Purple Dogs caught a break there as Parchman had, green grass there after the catch and might have scored there for the Red Dogs.
Grant on the night, 8 for 12, 164 yards. He does have the 1 rushing touchdown. Clock stopped with 5:49 to go. Same formation, 2 tight ends. Darrell the lone running back, and we've got a timeout called by Fayetteville. So we'll take it with them. Purple Dogs lead 20-7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
5:49 to go in the half. Springdale facing a 2nd down 15. Ball's at the 21-yard line. This has been a tale of 2 quarters. Really, I mean, it's been a tale of 2 games. One pre-hit, one post-hit. Springdale has dominated since the dual personal fouls on Fayetteville on their last drive. They wound up punching it in, get a 3 and out. Now they got the football back, looking to make a ball game out of this.
Absolutely. The Red Dogs right now, have all the momentum on their side. They get this in the end zone. Defense comes out firing again. We could look at a tie ball game, if not Springdale with the lead at halftime, depending on how the rest of this drive goes.
So Grant brings him out. Brock is checked back in. He'll go to the top of the screen. 3 receivers to the bottom. Darryl Parchman is the running back. Springdale's running game virtually non-existent. 12 carries, 29 yards. Most of it's been on the legs of Grant Allen. Here's Grant. Grant flush to the right. Trying to get away, and he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
I believe that was Carson Johnson there on the sack for the Purple Dogs. Johnson does a great job of chasing Grant down for the sack.
So now it's 3rd down 16. Grant coming up a little bit hobbled. And now Grant's going to go down, and we're going to take a timeout. 5:12 to go in the half while they attend to Grant. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
I need new tires. What size of tire do I need? Will they have my size? Do I need an appointment? When can I get in? How long will that take? Can I drop my car off? Do I have to wait there? What will I do with my kids? Will they have a tire that fits my budget?
Does buying tires have your head spinning? At Tire Tracks, we have all the answers built on over 20 years of local service. With 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and over 25 highly skilled technicians, we can answer all your questions and keep your head from spinning.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means faster care. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale. When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
So Grant Allen walking off the field with the help of Coach Clark and Jen, the trainer. So it's going to be a big 3rd down and 16. Ball resting at the 22. The line to make just inside the 6. We'll go trips to the bottom of the screen. Here's Darryl Parchman. Straight ahead, Darryl is going to get down near the 13-yard line, and will certainly give Coach Clark something to think about.
Darryl does a great job of running in between the tackles. Picks up a good 10 yards there, and Springdale will bring on the field goal unit here.
It looks like Barroso's going to come in. So they're going to mark the ball down at the 13. It winds up being a 10-yard pickup. So Barroso checks in. Kick is on the way, and it's no good. So with 4:25 to go in the half, Barroso misses the field goal, 30-yarder, and, well, that just, boy, you just feel like that's a missed opportunity for Springdale.
Absolutely. The Red Dogs, had momentum on their side right here. Defensively, you still have the momentum on your side, forcing Fayetteville to a 3-and-out on their last offensive series. Let's see what the defense can come up with right here.
So Bowers will bring out the Fayetteville offense. Again, 4:25 to go in the half. 20-7 our score. This is Bowers to throw. He's got a man wide open down the middle. That's Charbonneau. It's going to be a pickup of about 15 out to the 35-yard line.
Bowers does a great job there of just hanging in the pocket just long enough to find Charbonneau across the middle. Picks up 15 for the Purple Dogs.
So 1st and 10 for Fayetteville. This is Sherritt's. Big hole up the middle, big collision. He's got enough for the first down, and it's going to be, 2 plays, 25 yards, and Fayetteville's out near midfield again. And we've got a Springdale player down. I think it's Stoney White.
It is. Stoney's slow to get up here for the Red Dogs.
So I'll lay 10 to him. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
56 to go in the half. Fayetteville's got the ball at the 43-yard line. They're going to call it 2nd down and 1. Fayetteville on the night, 243 yards of total offense. Bowers alone in the shotgun. 4 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Clock is running now with 3:35. Bowers on the roll. They've got a throwback set up, and Flanagan's wide open. Flanagan at the 45, inside the 30. Flanagan makes one guy miss, and he's going to be tackled at the 25-yard line. Flanagan ran that little release, and there was just nobody over there.
Fayetteville does a great job there, like you said, setting up that throwback to Flanagan. And Purple Dogs, driving the field again here in late in the second quarter.
Darius Bowers now 239 yards passing in the first half. Bowers will throw again. Fire down the middle, intercepted by Jawan Boyd. And now he's going to have to get out of the end zone. Jawan, with his 2nd interception in 2 weeks, going to run out of bounds, and we're going to get another flag. That is a late hit again by Fayetteville. Nice play there by Jawan. And by the way, that's Darius Bowers' first interception on the year.
Well, you love nothing more than to see really a drive killer there for the Purple Dogs late in the first half. Springdale going to get great field position here as he went out at about the 25-yard line. And Springdale, I think, will look to get the ball here at their own 40-yard line after that interception return.
So that's 3 personal foul penalties against Fayetteville. Springdale, like you said, is going to get great field position out of this.
If you're Springdale right now, you're coming into this series, without Grant Allen at quarterback. We're looking at number 15, Will Mueller, who hasn't really seen a whole lot of action this year. So let's see what Will's able to put together here in the waning minutes of the first half.
3:02 to go in the half. Parchman's the running back. Pass is incomplete. Jeffrey Mann unable to hang on.
Purple Dogs do a great job right there of really swarming to the ball on that little wide receiver screen.
Clock is stopped, 2:58 to go in the half. 20-7 our score. Springdale's, they keep turning Fayetteville away. That's Coleman Johnson on the sack, and now we've got another Bulldog down at the 35-yard line. Looks like a Liu.
Coleman does a great job coming off the edge right there and just swallowing up Mueller for the sack right there, and Springdale facing 3rd and long.
Clock running, 2:30 to go. Looking here at Eliu, standing on the 31-yard line. He's struggling a little bit. Man, Martre, and Cornelius will go to the top of the screen. Brock's at the bottom. Parchman, the lone running back. That ball's behind Jaden and incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Fayetteville doing a great job right there, forcing the Red Dogs really to just kind of eat that and set up a 4th and down after that big return.
So 2:06 to go. Timeout called by the Red Dogs. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Zaxby's food has always brought people together. Catering to the big moments, the little wins, the long talks, and the quick getaways. Because food this inviting is bound to add a lot of flavor to your life.
Introducing the Zax Pack. Served with chicken fingers, sides, Texas toast, and iced tea. Pick one up for dinner or your next event. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
2:06 to go in the half. 20-7 our score. Boy, the Springdale medical staff has been busy tonight. Looking at Grant down on the table. He's got ice on his ankle. Stoney's talking to the doctors right now. Brock's down here on the bench by himself. This has been a tough and physical night here. Now, this is the Davis special. We saw this last week against Rogers. Is Barroso in to try the kick. And they're going to take it and kick it, and it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it.
Coach Clark about caught it at the 28-yard line right there, so mark it at the 30.
So that's where Fayetteville will take over. .201 to go. The PA announcer not familiar with the Davis special. He called it a field goal. It was not.
Well, we saw it last week,
yeah,
so we kind of knew what was coming.
Yeah, we're well aware of what that is. Bowers brings the Fayetteville offense back out on the field. It's a bunch formation to the bottom of the screen. One guy to the top of the screen. Sheritz is the running back. Here comes Flanagan. He's going to be run out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
Fayetteville does a great job right there of picking up blocks there on the outside to set up the Purple Dogs for another 1st down at their own 41-yard line.
Ends up being an 11-yard pass play. Clock stopped, 1:54 to go in the half. Darius Bowers, the quarterback. This is Sheritz trying to get to the outside. Hunter's got him. He's going to get 3, we'll call it 4, up to the 45.
Hunter does a great job coming downhill, meeting Sheritz at the line of scrimmage, picks up about 4 right there on the play.
Say hi to Tracy and Gary Reed watching from Epcot down in Florida. A lot nicer there than it is here tonight, I promise you that. Here's Flanagan in motion. They're going to take it, pitch it to him again. It's Connor Flanagan. And he's going to get very close to 1st down yardage at the 50-yard line. J-Lo over there making the stop.
Flanagan did a great job there of spinning out of a would-be Ricky Monfort tackle right there.
Winds up being a 6-yard pickup. It's 3rd down and maybe a half a yard. Bowers to Terry straight ahead. He's got 1st down yardage, still going. He's going to be tackled at the 43-yard line.
Fayetteville right now kind of going away from the passing game, going to the run game, and Fayetteville doing a great job of it.
Clock is stopped with 53 seconds to go. Springdale having trouble getting lined up. They've got too many guys on the field, and Springdale's going to call a timeout. So with 49.1 to go in the half, we'll take the timeout with them. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Welcome back to Harmon Field. We've got 49.1 seconds to go. 20-7 our score. 1st and 10 for Fayetteville. Ball's at the 43-yard line. Injuries continuing to mount for Springdale.
Springdale so far before coming into this game has done a great job of really being injury preventive. And tonight they've seen some big players go down.
Here's Bowers to throw. Good protection. Spins out of there. Chops is there. Can't corral him. He gets away, and Bowers is going to be dragged out of bounds. That's Keaton Patterson. Good hustle play. It's going to wind up being about a 2-yard gain.
Bowers does a great job right there of kind of shucking off Chops on that sack and able to turn a loss into a 2-yard gain.
Ball will be placed at the 41-yard line. 40 seconds to go in the half. 2nd down, 8. Springdale showing blitz. Here they come. Chops coming off the corners. Bowers got a guy in the flat. That's Charbonneau, and he's going to run out of bounds the 33-yard line. It'll be enough for a Fayetteville 1st down.
Fayetteville right now just kind of working sideline to sideline, looking to pick up yards and try and get a score here before the end of the half. And Fayetteville, again, will get the ball to start the second half.
Fayetteville's got 1 timeout left. Ball placed at the 33. Springdale's turned Fayetteville over twice. Haven't been able to take advantage of it. Sherritts is the running back. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bowers fakes the screen. Under pressure. Now he's got room in front. Makes Tolbert miss. Still going. Chops is going to bring him down at the 23-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down.
Fayetteville will take their last time out here.
We got coaches out on the field. So they're going to say he was out at the knocked down just shy of the 1st down marker. We'll call it 2nd and, 6 inches, 3 chain links. No, now they're going to give him the 1st down.
Well, one ref signaled timeout Fayetteville, and I guess they're going to be able to keep that.
So clock runs with 24 seconds to go. Bowers, half roll. He's got a guy in the flat. That's Lindsey. He's going to be tackled at the 18 on the far side. I believe that's Gabe.
And now Fayetteville will take their final timeout.
So we'll take the timeout with them. 17 seconds to go in the half. 20-7 our score. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, keep up with your favorite team all year long with the official app of Springdale Bulldog Athletics. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Springdale Athletics app will keep you up to date with all things Bulldog. Schedule, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Springdale Bulldogs, proudly presented by McClarty Daniel. Download today for free in the App Store and Google Play.
17.1 seconds to go in the half. 20-7 our score. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 18. Fayetteville now out of timeouts. There's an eerie red glow over the dorm. I'm not sure exactly. We are right next to the University of Arkansas. It's got to be something at the stadium.
What
correct?
it is every home game, Fayetteville home game that the University of Arkansas has, they light up their stadium red.
Okay.
So that's what we're seeing.
All right. It is a very, we're getting close to Halloween. It is an eerie red glow just to our right. That's Lindsey in motion. Bowers in the shotgun. Sherritts alongside. Bowers rolls to his left, fires. He's got a man at the 8-yard line. Out of bounds. It'll be 1st down Fayetteville. It's Flanagan on the reception.
Really is trying to score here before the end of the first half.
Yeah, a touchdown here could be lethal for the Red Dogs. 12.7 seconds to go. Fayetteville out of timeouts. Play clock is at 15. It's Bowers and Sherritt in the backfield, trips to the bottom. Bowers, low snap, nice catch. Bowers fires, and I haven't seen a signal yet. They're going to say incomplete with 9.3 seconds to go.
Juwan does a great job right there of really diving at the same time Stuckey does and knocking that ball away.
So second down, goal to go, ball at the 7. Bowers, straight drop. Stands tall in the pocket, now he's going to take off. Bowers trying to get to the outside, and he is going to be tackled inbounds, and Springdale's going to get the football. My goodness, the Springdale Bulldogs turned Fayetteville away again, and that is how the first half is going to end. What a play by the Springdale defense to save the day and give the Red Dogs a chance. Our halftime score, Fayetteville 20, Springdale 7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness centers, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
Arvest is not your typical bank. See for yourself.
I do most of my banking online.
I really utilize it more for my online bill pay, which is absolutely great.
Do you use the Arvest Go app?
Yes, I do use the app. I love it.
The best part is the quick view. You don't even have to log in. You can just see what your accounts are that day.
When you log in now, it just shows everything right there.
The fingerprint touch is a game changer.
We use the app, got to transfer money in a pinch. Quick and easy.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security. When home aid is too good to keep at home. Helping Arkansas business do business. Making better happen with First Security.
It's the taste of fresh picked strawberries.
Or a burger cooked to perfection right off the grill.
It's a friendly smile and a well-timed wave.
It's knowing your neighbors.
And your neighbor's neighbors.
It's knowing there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
Because being here is pretty great.
Quality you can trust from the people you know best.
HAR-BER, hometown fresh. Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER, hometown fresh.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at mcclartydaniel.com.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution. connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town. To connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
I need new tires. What size of tire do I need? Will they have my size? Do I need an appointment? When can I get in? How long will that take? Can I drop my car off? Do I have to wait there? What will I do with my kids? Will they have a tire that fits my budget?
Does buying tires have your head spinning? At Tire Tracks, we have all the answers built on over 20 years of local service. With 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and over 25 highly skilled technicians, we can answer all your questions and keep your head from spinning.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means faster care. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale. When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
I think Springdale Schools is a great place to teach. They have cared about my salary. They have cared about my time.
Administration is awesome. They want to be there for the kids. I mean, they are #1 priority.
The staff, teachers, everyone's very, very nice, very polite, and very welcoming. It really feels like a family.
It's always good when you have a diverse population like Springdale for kids in the classroom to see people that look like them, so it gives them a role model.
I always say if I had somebody like me in kindergarten that could speak both of the languages, that would be tons of help.
We go out of our way to provide everything that we can so that their children can get a wonderful education, because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Northwest Arkansas, it's growing. That's one of the great things.
I am originally from San Antonio, and I cannot tell you, this is a wonderful place to raise your children.
It's just a great place to live, to work, and just to have fun.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Zaxby's food has always brought people together, catering to the big moments, the little wins, the long talks, and the quick getaways. Because food this inviting is bound to add a lot of flavor to your life.
Introducing the Zax Pack. Served with chicken fingers, sides, Texas toast, and iced tea. Pick one up for dinner or your next event. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
at McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
Drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Will gives to Garrett on the draw. He's got a hole. Garrett inside the 20. Garrett still going inside the 10. 5, touchdown Springdale.
Hi, I'm Dennis DeBus.
And I'm Don Strubing. And we want you to join the Varsity Club.
It's a club that connects former Springdale High and Har-BER High student athletes, coaches, and administrators.
Plus, funds from this club may be used to support scholarships and teams.
For charter memberships, you only have to pay $20 a year.
But for the first 5 years you're out of school, members only have to pay $5. Join now.
The Varsity Club.
Seconds, he still had gone. 7, 6, 5, Perry to the rack. Good! Perry off the rack, Hempfield's full court shot, no good, Har-BER wins! Tyler Perry holds the ball for 2 minutes and then finishes off the glass. Har-BER in full control.
I really like to work on one class for a whole day, which I have the flexibility to do.
So as we were looking at all the various programs, we looked at several different programs, but the one that we were most excited about was the School of Innovation's virtual school, because it seemed to have a good balance of it being well organized with a good pace, but at the same time allowing for some flexibility to work with our own schedule, and then also allow our kids to be interested in other things as well.
Well, I'm able to help my parents in their company.
So she's helping us to figure out who gets what and put them in the boxes and take them and weigh them and shipping. And so she got to see and be involved in that whole process along the way of what it looks like to try to start a business, which was really fun for her.
So my parents and we own a company called Iachika. It's a company that inspires girls, and we try to really help girls build up their inner strength. We have super cool apparel and events.
Unless she's testing, she can walk away from the middle of her math lesson and come in and see what we have going on.
It's really flexible and enables me to do all sorts of different things.
I think Springdale Schools is a great place to teach. They have cared about my salary. They have cared about my time.
Administration is awesome. They want to be there for the kids. I mean, they are #1 priority.
The staff, teachers, everyone's very nice, very polite, and very welcoming. It really feels like a family.
It's always good when you have a diverse population like Springdale for kids in the classroom to see people that look like them. So it gives them a role model.
I always say if I had somebody like me in kindergarten that could speak both of the languages, that would be tons of help.
We go out of our way to provide everything that we can so that their children can get a wonderful education, because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Northwest Arkansas, it's growing. That's one of the great things.
I am originally from San Antonio, and I cannot tell you, this is a wonderful place to raise your children.
It's just a great place to live, to work, and just to have fun.
We started homeschooling about, 3 years ago. Right now, there's so much available in terms of homeschooling that it's a little bit overwhelming.
So I started homeschooling in the 5th grade, and we were doing club soccer, so we were traveling.
I first became interested in the Don Tyson School of Innovation, just what they were doing, and was fascinated by their approach. So I went and studied their website and saw that they had a virtual school.
It's really flexible and enables me to do all sorts of different things. And then also being able to contact teachers if I have questions that my parents can't deal with.
She really loves science, and she was moving so fast that they were able to actually move her up a grade. But then her math, she was kind of struggling with that a little bit, so we were able to try and tweak the program to fit where her needs were.
I'd love to go and play college soccer. I'd love to go as high up as I can in the soccer world. But I think ultimately I'd love to work for NASA, either as an astronomer or as some kind of engineer to help colonize different planets.
Follow Springdale Public Schools on all social media platforms. On Facebook and Twitter, you can find up-to-date information about events, school closures, and student and faculty achievements. Instagram provides weekly highlights and major news. YouTube is the home for sports live streams, district news, student productions, school board meetings, and live performances. Connect to Springdale Public Schools for pictures, videos, news, events, and more.
The Don Tyson School of Innovation Virtual Campus is a new opportunity for grades 6 through 12 to receive a Springdale Schools education anytime, any place. With the blended model, virtual campus students have full access to the Don Tyson School of Innovation campus during school hours for electives, clubs, tutoring, and activities.
The virtual campus is my education on my time.
The Don Tyson School of Innovation virtual campus. Anytime, any place.
Bulldog fans, keep up with your favorite team all year long with the official app of Springdale Bulldog Athletics. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Springdale Athletics app will keep you up to date with all things Bulldog. Schedule, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Springdale Bulldogs, proudly presented by McClarty Daniel. Download today for free in the App Store and Google Play.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness centers, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
Arvest is not your typical bank. See for yourself.
I do most of my banking online.
I really utilize it more for my online bill pay, which is absolutely great.
Do you use the Arvest Go app?
Yes, I do use the app. I love it.
The best part is the quick view. You don't even have to log in. You can just see what your accounts are that day.
When you log in now, it just shows everything right there.
The fingerprint touch is a game changer.
We use the app, got to transfer money in a pinch. Quick and easy.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security. When homemade is too good to keep at home. Helping Arkansas business do business. Making better happen with First Security.
It's the taste of fresh picked strawberries.
Or a burger cooked to perfection right off the grill.
It's a friendly smile and a well-timed wave.
It's knowing your neighbors.
And your neighbor's neighbors.
It's knowing there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Because being here is pretty great.
It's quality you can trust from the people you know best.
HAR-BER, hometown fresh. Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER, hometown fresh.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
I need new tires.
What size of tire do I need? Will they have my size? Do I need an appointment? When can I get in? How long will that take? Can I drop my car off? Do I have to wait there? What will I do with my kids? Will they have a tire that fits my budget?
Does buying tires have your head spinning? At Tire Tracks, we have all the answers built on over 20 years of local service. With 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and over 25 highly skilled technicians, we can answer all your questions and keep your head from spinning.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means faster care. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale. When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
I think Springdale Schools is a great place to teach. They have cared about my salary. They have cared about my time.
Administration is awesome. They want to be there for the kids. I mean, they are #1 priority.
The staff, teachers, everyone's very nice, very polite, and very welcoming. It really feels like a family.
It's always good when you have a diverse population like Springdale for kids in the classroom to see people that look like them, so it gives them a role model.
I always say if I had somebody like me in kindergarten that could speak both of the languages, that would be tons of help.
We go out of our way to provide everything that we can so that their children can get a wonderful education, because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Northwest Arkansas, it's growing. That's one of the great things.
I am originally from San Antonio, and I cannot tell you, this is a wonderful place to raise your children.
It's just a great place to live, to work, and just to have fun.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hard-working people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Zaxby's food has always brought people together, catering to the big moments, the little wins, the long talks, and the quick getaways. Because food this inviting is bound to add a lot of flavor to your life.
Introducing the Zax Pack. Served with chicken fingers, sides, Texas toast, and iced tea. Pick one up for dinner or your next event. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
at McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
Drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Will gives to Garrett on the draw. He's got a hole. Garrett inside the 20. Garrett still going inside the 10. 5, touchdown Springdale.
Hi, I'm Dennis Bush.
And I'm Don Strubing. And we want you to join the Varsity Club.
It's a club that connects former Springdale High and Har-BER High student athletes, coaches, and administrators.
Plus, funds from this club may be used to support scholarships and teams.
For charter memberships, you only have to pay $20 a year.
But for the first 5 years you're out of school, members only have to pay $5. Join now.
The Varsity Club.
Seconds, he still had gone. 7, 6, 5, Perry to the rack. Good! Perry off the rack, Hempfield's full court shot, no good, Har-BER wins! Tyler Perry holds the ball for 2 minutes and then finishes off the glass. Har-BER in full control.
I really like to work on one class for a whole day, which I have the flexibility to do.
So as we were looking at all the various programs, we looked at several different programs, but the one that we were most excited about was the School of Innovation's virtual school, because it seemed to have a good balance of it being well organized with a good pace, but at the same time allowing for some flexibility to work with our own schedule, and then also allow our kids to be interested in other things as well.
Well, I'm able to help my parents and their company.
So she's helping us to figure out who gets what and put them in the boxes and take them and weigh them and shipping. And so she got to see and be involved in that whole process along the way of what it looks like to try to start a business, which was really fun for her.
So my parents and we own a company called Iachika. It's a company that inspires girls, and we try to really help girls build up their inner strength. We have super cool apparel and events.
Unless she's testing, she can walk away from the middle of her math lesson and come in and see what we have going on.
It's really flexible and enables me to do all sorts of different things.
I think Springdale Schools is a great place to teach. They have cared about my salary. They have cared about my time.
Administration is awesome. They want to be there for the kids. I mean, they are #1 priority.
The staff, teachers, everyone's very nice, very polite, and very welcoming. It really feels like a family.
It's always good when you have a diverse population like Springdale for kids in the classroom to see people that look like them. So it gives them a role model.
I always say if I had somebody like me in kindergarten that could speak both of the languages, that would be tons of help.
We go out of our way to provide everything that we can so that their children can get a wonderful education, because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Northwest Arkansas, it's growing. That's one of the great things.
I am originally from San Antonio, and I cannot tell you, this is a wonderful place to raise your children.
It's just a great place to live, to work, and just to have fun.
We started homeschooling about, 3 years ago. Right now, there's so much available in terms of homeschooling that it's a little bit overwhelming.
So I started homeschooling in the 5th grade, and we were doing club soccer, so we were traveling.
I first became interested in the Don Tyson School of Innovation, just what they were doing, and was fascinated by their approach. So I went and studied their website and saw that they had a virtual school.
It's really flexible and enables me to do all sorts of different things. And then also being able to contact teachers if I have questions that my parents can't deal with.
She really loves science, and she was moving so fast that they were able to actually move her up a grade. But then her math, she was kind of struggling with that a little bit, so we were able to try and tweak the program to fit where her needs were.
I'd love to go and play college soccer. I'd love to go as high up as I can in the soccer world. But I think ultimately I'd love to work for NASA, either as an astronomer or as some kind of engineer to help colonize different planets.
Follow Springdale Public Schools on all social media platforms. On Facebook and Twitter, you can find up-to-date information about events, school closures, and student and faculty achievements. Instagram provides weekly highlights and major news. YouTube is the home for sports live streams, district news, student productions, school board meetings, and live performances. Connect to Springdale Public Schools for pictures, videos, news, events, and more.
The Don Tyson School of Innovation Virtual Campus is a new opportunity for grades 6 through 12 to receive a Springdale Schools education anytime, any place. With the blended model, virtual campus students have full access to the Don Tyson School of Innovation campus during school hours for electives, clubs, tutoring, and activities.
The virtual campus is my education on my time.
The Don Tyson School of Innovation Virtual Campus. Anytime, any place.
Welcome back to Harmon Field as we get ready to start the second half. Carlos and I were counting the guys that are going to be out for the second half, and the list for Springdale is long. Jawan is walking around. It looks like he's holding on to his shoulder. Stoney's out. Grant's out. Did I miss anybody?
Haven't quite been able to tell if
Eliu was limping coming out, but he's got his helmet.
So they look as if they taped up his ankle, so he may be going. So other than that, I don't see really anybody else that's been kind of set out other than the ones that we've already mentioned.
It is 20-7 our halftime score, and Fayetteville is going to get the football first here. And I think Springdale's lucky to be in the position they're in. Just down 13. They've had opportunities to cut that lead, haven't been able to do it. Barroso's got it teed up, and we are about ready for the second half. And I'm not sure what that was, but Nelson's kick's going to come to the 25. That's Douglas. And Douglas is going to get out close to midfield. They're going to give him maybe the 46-yard line. And that's where the Purple Dogs will take over.
Douglas, great return right there. Gets up, as we said, close to midfield for the Purple Dogs.
I want to say hello to Coach Heather Hunsucker. She texted me during halftime. Coach, glad to have you along here at the Bulldog Sports Network. He's Carlos. I'm Zach. Somebody just texted me, said, hey, we want to see your face. I promise you, you do not want that. I'm going to put my foot down on that one. No.
They threatened to put a GoPro in here with us and shift back and forth just for bloopers.
Fat no on that. First and 10 for the Purple Dogs. Ball at the 47-yard line. Darius Bowers is the quarterback. He's going to give to Mitchell Terry. He's across midfield. Trey's going to wrap him up at the 46-yard line of Springdale. It's going to wind up being about a 7-yard pickup.
Fayetteville picking up right where they left off there in the first half. And Springdale right now has had 3 takeaways on Fayetteville and hasn't been able to convert points.
Bowers to throw. That's high and outside. Looking for Brockington. It's going to bring up third down.
Brock does a great job.
I thought Brock had a break on that and was headed the other way.
Brock did have a great jump right there on the ball, and I believe that's Brockington.
I think Bowers is lucky that one was high and wide, because if it was on target, that might be going the other way. Third down, short. We'll call it 3.5. Bowers will throw. He's got a man out in the flat. That's going to be enough for a first down. Van Hook with the catch.
Van Hook doing just enough to pick up the first down for the Purple Dogs, and Fayetteville moving the chains again.
They'll mark him down at the 43-yard line. That'll be enough for a Purple Dog first down. Just underway here, second half, 20-7 the score, 11:18 to go third quarter. Here's Darius Bowers, gives to Terry. Terry trying to bounce to the outside, makes one miss. Terry inside the 35.
Ricky does a great job of bringing Terry down right there, and I think Terry lost his shoe, and I think one of the dogs just kind of threw it away somewhere.
Ball's going to be marked at the 32-yard line. I believe that's going to be enough. They're going to say yes, enough for the first down. 11-yard pickup for the Purple Dog running back. Fayetteville's on the march. Clock running, 11:05 to go third quarter. Darius hands the ball to Sheritz. On the outside, makes one guy miss. Sheritz inside the 20-yard line. Ricky missed the tackle there, but we got a flag down at the 32. That's probably going to be a holding penalty.
Fayetteville right now, as we wait on this penalty, doing a great job of running the football here in the second half.
So it is a holding penalty. We'll back Fayetteville up. Fayetteville on the night, 44 plays, 353 yards. That's 8.0 per play for the math impaired. Ball's going to be marked back to the 43-yard line.
Springdale, if you're Springdale right here, you really do need to try and force, the Purple Dogs into a 3-and-out or try and create another turnover.
So first down, 20, ball at the 42.5. Bowers will throw. Fires down the middle. Pass is complete. It'll be about a 13-yard pickup. That's Flanagan again.
Flanagan will pick up the penalty yards plus some right there.
It's 15 yards. Flanagan on the night. 11 catches, 195 yards. Bowers now up to 301 passing. Second down, we'll call it 7. Bowers to throw. He's got Flanagan down the middle again. And that's going to be enough for a Purple Dog first down inside the 20-yard line.
I'm just kind of sitting here listening to the Red Dog fans we have underneath us saying someone's leaning. I can't really tell who it is. So Springdale fans not happy with what's going on
Not
right
at
now.
all. We cross 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Darius Bowers looking for Lindsay, makes the catch. Lindsay is going to get down near the 10-yard line.
Lindsay doing a great job there, picking up good field position for the Purple Dogs, and they're now just outside the 10-yard line.
This drive, 7 plays, 43 yards to this point. Clock running, 9:44 to go, third quarter. Same formation, 2-by-2 with Sherritt's the running back. Here's Bowers, hands to Sherritt's, big hole off the left side, and Sherritt's is going to walk into the end zone for a Purple Dog touchdown. That was too easy.
Fayetteville does a great job right there, running up and down the field on the Red Dogs right there, and Fayetteville just kind of punched it in, and I think if you're Fayetteville right now, you're trying to take control of this ball game and get out of here.
9:33 to go in the quarter. 26-7 the score as Huxley Richardson comes on to try the extra point. Carson Jordan, the holder. Richardson missed a kick earlier. Snaps down, kick is on the way, and it's good. So our new score, Fayetteville 27, Springdale 7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, keep up with your favorite team all year long with the official app of Springdale Bulldog Athletics. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Springdale Athletics app will keep you up to date with all things Bulldog. Schedule, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Springdale Bulldogs, proudly presented by McClarty Daniel. Download today for free in the App Store and Google Play.
9:33 to go, third quarter. Fayetteville just went 8 plays, 53 yards to open the second half with a touchdown. Stretched their lead to 20 at 27-7. Springdale's going to need an answer here. Huxley Richardson checks in for Fayetteville, and he'll kick off. Back deep for the Bulldogs, Martre. Brock Pounders is in the place of Juwan, and Daryl Parchman. He'll be to the top of the screen. What wind there is actually in Richardson's face. It's not a stiff wind by any stretch of the imagination, but it is blowing from right to left. Richardson's kick, kind of a sidewinder, comes to Martre at the 10. Martre is going to get out across the 30-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over.
Martre does a good job of that 20-yard return right there and set the Bulldogs up about the 31-yard line. So if you're Springdale right here, you definitely need to find a way to get points on the board, maybe get sustain a drive really, and get a little bit momentum on your side.
This feels like a do or die drive here for Springdale. You've got a lot of guys out. Grant Allen, if you're just joining us, left in the second quarter, first half, with an apparent ankle injury. He was carted off. So we've got Jeffrey Mann going to the top of the screen. Brock and Martre to the bottom. Daryl Parchman's the running back. It's Martre on the out. He'll wind up picking up about 4 yards and bring up second down.
Good pass right there from Will Mueller to Martre Simon, picking up that 5 yards. And, right now that's kind of what Springdale needs. Need about 3-4 yards a play and get that ball moving.
9:22 to go, third quarter. They'll go same formation. Martre will go to the top of the screen. Cornelius, the inline tight end. Daryl Parchman, the running back. Fayetteville with a 4 down front. Here's Daryl to run. Daryl across the 40-yard line. He's got first down yardage. Great play there by Daryl to pick up the first down, and the Dogs move the chains.
Daryl does a great job running in between the tackles to get that, I believe first down. They haven't quite called it yet. They're going to call it third down.
Call it short? Huh. All right. So they're going to mark him just short. And it's going to bring up third down and short for the Bulldogs. Pass caught in the flat. Jaden Cornelius across the 50-yard line. First down, Springdale.
Springdale doing a great job here on their first drive of the second half, getting the ball moving a little bit now inside Fayetteville territory. Let's see if Springdale can punch it into the end zone on this drive.
Clock stopped momentarily, 8:46 to go. Deficit 20 for the Red Dogs. Here's Parchment again. He'll wind up getting 3, maybe 2. They'll mark him down at the 47-yard line before he's pushed back.
Parchment, good head of steam right there out of the backfield. Fayetteville just there to answer with the stop for about 3.
So second down, 8. Ball at the 47. Pounders and Simon will go to the top of the screen. Jeffrey Mann to the bottom. And pass low and behind Brock Pounders. It's going to bring up third down.
Fayetteville doing a great job of bringing pressure on Mueller here in the second half.
It's third down and 8. The line to make the 37-yard line. Three receivers will go to the top of the screen. Brock Pounders is at the bottom. 3-man front for Fayetteville.
Four seconds on the play clock.
Here's Darrell on the draw. Across the 45-yard line, and it's not going to be close to a first down. That's probably going to be about fourth down, and we'll call it 3. They're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line.
I think if you're Springdale right here, you know, facing the deficit you are, I think anything's really 2-down territory.
Clock running, 7:28 to go. 2 receivers set to the bottom, or excuse me, to the top. This is fourth down and 3. That ball is caught by Martre Simon. What a great catch. Martre had to go behind his body to make the catch. He's got the first down at the 30-yard line.
Martre did a good job right there. Mueller threw it a little bit behind him, like you said, and able to get it away from a Fayetteville defender right there and pick up the first down inside of the 30-yard line.
So first down for the Red Dogs. Clock running as we approach 7 minutes to go. Here's Parchment. Lane off the left side, and Springdale's got a little something going here.
Parchment does a great job busting it up the middle, bouncing outside right there. Picks up about 8 on that.
So it'll bring up second down. Coach Clark is having a discussion with the referee. 8 yards on the play for Darrell. It's been a tough night running the ball for Darrell. 9 carries, 31 yards. Clock moving, 6:20 to go. There's Martre on the out. Makes a guy miss. Martre inside the 10 is going to be bumped down close to the 5-yard line. First down, Springdale.
Martre doing a great job right there. Breaking a would-be tackler, picking up the first down inside the Storm Orthodontics red zone. And Springdale here in the second half has come out firing and has picked up first down after first down, converted on a big fourth down there to the 30-yard line, and now they're inside the 5-yard line at about the 4.
Martre gets it down to the 4. Clock is stopped with 6:04 to go. Springdale looking to answer Fayetteville's touchdown. Here comes Darrell straight ahead, and he's going to get a couple, maybe 2. Bring up second down and goal.
Fayetteville's front 7 now definitely, I think you're going to see them bear down and really get after the Springdale offense right here, trying to prevent Darrell from getting in.
So it's second down and goal. Clock running, 5:40 to go, third quarter, 27-7 our score. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Pass is going to be thrown out of the back of the end zone. It'll bring up third down and goal.
Will does a great job right there of just throwing that ball out of the back of the end zone, not finding anyone, and will bring up, I believe, third down.
Jones is going to check in at a tight end spot. Springdale injuries continuing to mount. Chops is down here getting taped up. So 3rd down and goal. And looks like Billy Dawson's going to call a timeout. We'll take the timeout with him. 5:27 to go, 3rd quarter. Our score 27-7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness center, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
5:27 to go, 3rd quarter. Springdale facing a 3rd down and goal. I think we're going to do it one night. We're just going to have a, hey, text me where you're watching from. That seems like a terrible idea, but what the heck? I've got lots of terrible ideas. So the offense will
that's not the worst one I've heard. I'm not going to lie.
Text me, tell me where you're. Tell you what, if you're in my phone book, just text me. Tell me where you're watching from.
I will give you Zach Arndt's phone number if you were in my contacts, so that way you can blow his phone up and not mine.
That's fun. 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line. Springdale looking to answer Fayetteville's touchdown. This place is loud as it's been all night. Here's Darrell, and he's going to get. Boy, it's going to be close to the 1-yard line, and that's about it, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think Springdale right here is looking to.
J-Lo's going to check in at the running back spot. I wonder if they're going to go heavy here.
Well, Darrell's
at
checked
the 1.
out.
2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Dual tight ends to the top. J-Lo is the running back. They're going to give to Jonathan Lopez. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Springdale.
Great job by J-Lo. His first carry of the season. As last year he was played running back, moved to corner in the offseason, goes in his very first play, sticks his nose in the end zone, and answers the Purple Dog touchdown.
Gutty drive by the Springdale Bulldogs to answer Fayetteville. Barroso's going to check in for the extra point. Kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score with 4:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fayetteville 27, Springdale 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
4:48 to go, 3rd quarter. Springdale has just gone 69 yards in 13 plays to answer Fayetteville's opening touchdown and cut the lead back to 13 at 27-14.
Springdale right now, you have all these injuries. You suffered another one right there to Darrell Parchman. We're still waiting to hear about him, but Springdale not going away quietly against these Purple Dogs.
Barroso's kick high and short, angling towards the sideline. Flanagan's going to take it at the 2. Springdale's got him hemmed in. They're going to wrap him up at the 30-yard line, and that's where Fayetteville will start. So you wonder, are they energized?
Great job there by Ricky Montefiore, the first Red Dog there, and able to get Stuckey and kind of, hold him right there while the rest of the dogs came and swallowed him up.
So the ball be marked at the 30. 1st and 10 for Fayetteville. They have moved the ball at will tonight. They're approaching 400 yards of total offense, and we're just barely past the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Darius Bowers checks in at the quarterback. Terry's the running back. Here's Bowers to throw. To Adams on the far side. He's going to get across the 35 out to about the 37, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and short.
Fayetteville going right back at it. Up-tempo offense here. and not really letting the foot off the gas pedal just yet.
Say hi to Gary Reed, watching down in Orlando. Talked to him today. Second down, that's Adams in motion. Bowers, he'll throw again. Bowers under pressure, gets flushed. Now it's a foot race, him and Chops, and he's going to go down at the 40-yard line. He's going to get the first down.
Chops does a great job right there of chasing Bowers down in open field and not really letting Bowers gain more than, I think, about the 3 yards that Fayetteville needed for that first down.
Clock running, under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Bowers pulls it. He finds Flanagan. He's going to be up to about midfield. They'll mark him down to 49.
Fayetteville, again, moving the ball here almost at will here in the second half.
Flanagan, 13 catches, 213 yards. So it's second down and short. Bowers, he'll throw. Hunter planted him, but it's complete to Van Hook, and Van Hook just running down to the 35-yard line.
Bowers does a great job of just hanging in there after that hit, and Van Hook just takes it up to the Springdale about 36-yard line right here in Fayetteville, in prime position to score again.
Bowers connects with Van Hook. He paid the price. Clock running, 3:10 to go in the quarter. Bowers will throw again. Plenty of time. He's got Lindsey. He's going to get down to the 21-yard line. I don't think Brock knew he had the football.
Well, Brock right there got
Did he get pushed?
Pushed in the back, and ref didn't, I guess, either see it or didn't want to call it there, and Fayetteville sets up with another first down.
Wow, 14-yard pickup. It just seemed odd that he had no, he didn't know where the ball was, so that would make sense. Bowers to throw. Chops flushes him, and now Bowers is loose in the secondary, and he's got nothing but green grass. He'll walk in for the touchdown.
Fayetteville does a great job again of just moving down the field, getting into the end zone, and Fayetteville trying to extend this lead again to 20.
It's a 22-yard touchdown run for Darius Bowers. This Fayetteville offense now 465 yards of total offense, and we've got 2:51 to go in the third quarter. Huxley Richardson in to try the extra point. And this Bulldog offense is going to have to answer again. Carson Jordan, the holder, kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score with 2:51 to go in the third quarter. Fayetteville 34, Springdale 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Arvest is not your typical bank. See for yourself.
I do most of my banking online.
I really utilize it more for my online bill pay, which is absolutely great.
Do you use the Arvest Go app?
Yes, I do use the app. I love it.
The best part is the quick view. You don't even have to log in. You can just see what your accounts are that day.
When you log in now, it just shows everything right there.
The fingerprint touch is a game changer.
We use the app, got to transfer money in a pinch. Quick and easy.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Welcome back to Harmon Field, Fayetteville, Arkansas. 2:51 to go. Third quarter, 34-14 our score. Dropping back deep for the Bulldogs. It's Daryl Martre and Jonathan Lopez now. J-Lo with the touchdown on the last Springdale possession.
And I think regardless of the outcome here tonight, I think it's good to see that the Fayetteville sky is painted red tonight at least.
Huxley Richardson's got it teed up. So the Springdale offense is going to be asked to, they're shorthanded tonight, and they're going to be asked to respond again. Richardson. They're going to try a little pooch kick, and that is going to hit at the 28 and go out of bounds. Springdale's going to get good field position out of this. Not sure why you do that. You've been pretty good in kick coverage all night. I guess you try something a little different.
I mean, if you're Fayetteville, you kind of take gambles as you can. And, right there, that one really didn't pay off for the Purple Dogs. Springdale will be set up, I believe, at their own 35-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball will be at the 35. .251 to go, third quarter. And now we've got more whistles. They're going to move it over to the far hash. So 1st and 10 Bulldogs, ball at the 35. Here's Darrell trying to find some room, and he's going to get nothing. Maybe lose a half a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fayetteville doing a great job of coming up there and meeting Darrell right at the line of scrimmage. And Mosier, I believe, like you said, Darrell loses about a half a yard right there.
So it's 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Clock running, 2:30 to go in the quarter. I believe that's Martre on the reception. Indeed it is. They're going to mark him out at about the 39-yard line, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Martre, good job right there fighting off a defender. I believe that was Brooks Flanagan on the coverage right there on Martre.
So 3rd down. Got the screen set up. Darrell, he's met at the 37-yard line. Springdale's going to be forced to punt. And we've got a flag down.
So if it's against Fayetteville here, that gives the Red Dogs a 1st down. If it's against Springdale, that'll back them up.
Well, they're marking it off. Looks like they're going to mark it off against Fayetteville. That's 4 personal fouls for Fayetteville in the ballgame.
That'll set up the Red Dogs inside Purple Dog territory. So Springdale catches a break there after that screen not really going anywhere.
So you got to take advantage of it. It'll be a Springdale 1st down. Ball at the 48-yard line. .123 to go, 3rd quarter. Springdale looking to answer and stay in the ball game. Mueller's going to be sacked back at the 44-yard line.
And that was Conley there on that sack. Mueller had time to sit back there and find a receiver, and Conley just there right at the moment as he tried to take off.
That's a huge loss back, and winds up being a 9-yard loss back to the 44-yard line. Clock running, 50 seconds to go. Springdale again playing shorthanded on offense. Grant Allen went out in the 1st half. Garrett Vaughn did not suit up tonight. Here's J-Lo. Fayetteville's got that defense. It's going to wind up being a 1-yard loss.
Fayetteville doing a great job defensively of really just pushing the Bulldogs, or the Red Dogs, back here.
So it winds up being a 1-yard loss, and I think Springdale's going to take this one into the 4th quarter, and they will. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. So when we come back, it'll be 3rd down and 20 for Springdale. They trail by 20, 34-14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security. When homemade is too good to keep at home. Helping Arkansas business do business. Making better happen with First Security.
So as we start the 4th quarter, our score 34-14. Springdale facing a 3rd down and 20. Springdale with just 255 yards of total offense tonight. Fayetteville has racked up 465. Darius Bowers has been the story in the ballgame. 29 for 35, 362, and 3 touchdowns. I don't care what league you play in, that's pretty good.
Absolutely. Bowers doing a great job here of really finding all the weak spots in the Springdale pass defense, who's been doing outstanding this year, only giving up about 129 yards per game.
So third down and 20. The line to make is the 37 of Fayetteville. Play clock at 7. Fayetteville blitzing. And Mueller goes down and just throws it into green grass, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Fayetteville does a great job there bringing pressure onto Mueller. Mueller just kind of threw it out of play, really. Had a receiver there in the area, so that way he doesn't get called for the intentional grounding.
So now here's an interesting twist. Grant was the punter. So now they've got to go to their, I guess we'll call it the Davis special. And Springdale is a man short. Will didn't realize he was on the team. He rushes out onto the field. Play clock is at 5, 4, 3, 2. Snapped. This is Barroso looking to kick the ball out of bounds, and does at the 27.
Barroso does a great job there of just kind of cornering that Davis special punt.
That's the only name we could come up with.
We're talking to Coach Davis before the game, asking him what we should name it. We said last week all we could come up with was the Davis special. So
the ball's going to go out at the 24. Fayetteville's going to come out with Darius Bowers in the offense. This feels like, a score here by Fayetteville, and we're starting to talk about next week. Bowers, low snap, nice catch. He's got Charbonneau on the screen. Charbonneau is going to be knocked down at the 20, we'll give him the 28-yard line and bring up second down at 6.
Chops does a great job there of coming up, making that tackle before Charbonneau was able to get loose and pick up that first down.
So second down, 6. Clock running, 11:25 to go in the ball game. 34-14 our score. Bowers with the play fake. And now he's going to spin out, and he's loose. Darius Bowers trying to get outside. He's going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. That'll be enough for Fayetteville first down.
Bowers does a great job right there of selling that play fake, as Chops would have had him in the backfield and just kind of runs right by him after just giving him a pat on the shoulder.
So first down and 10. Ball at the 36. 11:14 to go. Clock stopped. Sherritts is the running back. They'll give it to him straight ahead. Finds a little seam across the 40-yard line. Still going 45, and he's going to be out near midfield.
Jacob does a great job there of just power running over the Springdale defense right there and picks up a big first down for the Purple Dogs.
We're going to mark him down at the 48-yard line. Be a 12-yard pickup. Here's Bowers, gives to Sherritts again. Cuts back across the 50-yard line. And he's going to get, we'll knock him down about the 48.
Montefiore does a great job of tripping up Sharon right there. And Fayetteville again just looking to, drive down the field and put more points on the board.
10:30 to go. Bring up second down, 6. And you got to applaud this Springdale football team. As banged up as they are right now, they are still giving maximum effort, trying to keep this thing close and give themselves a shot. This is Terry. Terry across the 35-yard line. J-Lo's there. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Terry, great job of getting to the outside. Fayetteville picks up some key blocks there, able to steal the edge and get down inside the 35-yard line.
So it's a first down. Clock running as we come across 10 minutes to go. This is Terry on the carry, trying to get to the outside. It's going to bounce it there. Springdale's got him hemmed in pretty well. He's still going to fall forward for about 2 yards.
I believe that was Trey Tolbert and Nathan Burkett there on the tackle. Couple quick final score updates out of the 7A West. HAR-BER
score on Bentonville Rogers.
The Bentonville Rogers.
For a while.
It was 28-14. Bentonville actually just took a pick six to the house of 52 yards.
Bowers, long throw, looking for Charbonneau. Tried to catch it one-handed, in and out of his hands. We've got a flag down on the far side.
So Bentonville now up 35-14 to finish that.
Looks like we've got either a false start or an illegal shift against Fayetteville. Illegal formation, there we go. So Springdale take the penalty. Ball be backed up to the 37. No, Coach Clark's going to decline it then. Thank you, sir.
Bring up third down here for the Purple Dogs.
So third down, 8. And Bowers gets Springdale to jump.
Bring up a third and short here for the Purple Dogs.
It's the second time they've gotten Springdale to jump on a third down. Makes this a third and manageable. It's Van Hook in motion. Springdale jumps again.
I think we had a false start first on Fayetteville.
Guys moving everywhere. Well, they're going to call the false start on Fayetteville. Good.
So we'll place the ball back and third down and 8 again. Here we go.
I feel like we're just kind of doing the two-step here. It's one step forward, 2 steps back. So what is it? I've lost track. It's now third down and 8. 9:04 to go in the ball game. 34-14 our score. This is Terry. Across the 35-yard line. He's going to get the first down. Close to the 20. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 22.
And it looks as if McCain Woods earlier checked in for the injured Chop Sanders.
Springdale is really struggling with injuries tonight. Clock starts with 8:55 to go. And Fayetteville now content to work some of this clock and get out of here. Darius Bowers in the shotgun. He's going to give to Terry. Terry, a little stutter step inside the 20-yard line, dragging tacklers down near the 15.
Tolbert does a great job there of being the first one to Terry to try and bring him down, and Hunter comes across and finishes that up.
It's a 7-yard pickup. Let's bring up second down. Call it 2.5. 8:15 to go in the ball game. Sherritts is checked in at the running back spot. It's Van Hook in motion. Sherritts trying to get to the outside, finds a seam, and he's going to walk into the end zone for another touchdown. Jacob Sherritts, it's his second rushing touchdown of the ball game, and Fayetteville extends their lead to 40-14.
Fayetteville does a great job there of working some clock and able to drive down the field and get into the end zone.
So Huxley Richardson will come on to try the extra point again. Sherritt's now on the night. 9 carries for 63 yards and those 2 touchdowns. Kicks on the way. And it's good. So our new score with 7:58 to go in the ball game. Fayetteville 41, Springdale 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
It's the taste of fresh picked strawberries.
Or a burger cooked to perfection right off the grill.
It's a friendly smile and a well-timed wave.
It's knowing your neighbors.
And your neighbor's neighbors.
It's knowing there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Because being here is pretty great.
Quality you can trust from the people you know best.
HAR-BER, hometown fresh.
7:58 to go in the ball game. Fayetteville just went 9 plays, 76 yards. Sherritt's doing the business, the last 15 of it anyway, for the touchdown. And now Springdale finds themselves down 27 and sort of playing out the string here tonight. And boy, they're going to have to get some folks healthy. Bentonville comes to town next week.
Bentonville's not the only ones coming into town next week either. Mitch Mustang comes into town next week as well.
Yeah, Mitch and I were talking today. He may have a work conflict. So my day just got doubly worse.
Oh.
Back deep for the Bulldogs, you got Darrell, looks like Martre and J-Lo. Richardson's kick. It's going to come down, bounce at the 4-yard line into the end zone for a touchback, and Springdale will get the ball at the 20. So I think we can spin this forward, start talking about next week a little bit. Springdale's got to get healthy first. There are a lot of guys that are I would list as questionable going into next week.
Absolutely, a couple of those that we're looking down here at Jawan right down here in front of us. Has ice on his shoulder. Chops was getting ice put on his shoulder a little bit ago. Connor and Garrett banged up tonight as well. Did not suit up, and Grant Allen as well.
So the offense will check back in. Again, just under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. That ball's high and wide, looking for Jaden Cornelius on the corner route. Falls incomplete. It'll bring up second down. Mueller now 6 out of 12 passing for 48 yards.
So as we continue to spin this forward a little bit here, Zach, Fayetteville more than likely going to come out with the win here and looking to sit in great here in about the 3 seed.
This just about locks up the 3 seed for them. And now the battle becomes for the 4 seed. Here's Darrell looking for room. He's going to pop out the other side of that pile there up near the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up third down.
Darrell does a great job picking up a few here, set up a good third and manageable for the Red Dogs. Looks as if a miss has kind of come across the field here. So
I actually think it's baby powder. When they scored, they threw baby powder up in the air because I can smell it. It's weird.
Huh.
I'm weird like that. 7:18 to go in the
I'm
ball
going
game.
with the baby.
That ball's high and wide and intercepted. Mueller just missed Pounders. I don't know if there was a miscommunication there, but that ball is intercepted, and Springdale's going to turn it over.
Fayetteville doing a great job there of turning Springdale away on a connection that would have been a sure first down there for the Red Dogs. And Fayetteville has great field position inside the Red Dog 30-yard line.
Springdale turns it over. And now you wonder if we're going to see some backups for Fayetteville. Looks like we are. Darius Bowers-Knight looks to be over. Hank Gibbs is going to check in at the quarterback spot. Fayetteville going to go deep into their bench.
Springdale does a great job there of coming up field and stopping number
87. That's Reese Nelson. Sorry, I was going deep into the roster to figure out who that was.
I believe that was McCain Woods on the tackle there for the Red Dogs.
Clock running, 6:40 to go.
I want to send actually give a quick shout out to one of my groomsmen for my wedding over the summer. My best friend Joey Myers here, being our kind of back and forth guy.
If we have proved nothing else tonight, he can count.
He can.
This is Nelson again. He's going to get maybe a yard out of that. McCain Woods again.
McCann doing a great job coming upfield and stopping Reese on that play.
You know, you like to see this, and I mean, the game is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the competitive part of the game is over. Coach Billy Dawson and Zach Clark, very good friends, and, you know, we're seeing Reese Nelson, a guy that doesn't get a lot of playing time, getting back-to-back carries. Gibbs is in the shotgun, trying to get Springdale to jump there. Now they're going to shift formation. Nelson will go to the right. Give it to him again. Nelson trying to get to the outside, cuts ahead. We've got a flag down. That's in the area of holding.
And I believe we are going to get a hold there as McCann Woods came right up the middle, and Fayetteville offensive lineman just kind of bear hugged him and took him down.
So ball be marked back to the 34-yard line. It'll be third down and we'll call it 17, 18 maybe.
Third and long?
Yeah, there we go. Third and computer flight. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Gibbs in the shotgun. The play fake. Here's Gibbs. He's going to throw. He's got a man open in the corner of the end zone. And our sight lines here are so terrible. Looks like they're going to mark him out at the 4-yard line.
I believe that was number 21, Alex Mills, there on the reception for the Purple Dogs.
So on 3rd and 18, the Purple Dogs pick up 30. And it'll be 1st and goal. Ball just inside the 5-yard line. .5:10 to go in the ball game. Springdale's going to fall to 6-2 on the season. Here's Nelson. He's going to get a couple. Looks like he'll mark him down at about the 2, maybe 3-yard line.
Burkett coming up with that tackle there. So Springdale trying to turn the Fayetteville Purple Dogs away right here inside the 5-yard line.
Fayetteville now substituting freely. Barrett Adams checks in for Mills. Clock running, 4:30 to go. Play clock's at 5. That's Adams in motion. They'll give it to him. Adams. Springdale going to stack him up short of the goal line. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Springdale does a great job again of swarming to the football and preventing Fayetteville from getting into the end zone.
So it's 3rd down. We go under 4 minutes to go in the ballgame. 41-14 our score. Next week we'll be on the air 6:30. Back home at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Bentonville is in town. Gibbs in the shotgun. He's got Nelson next to him. This is Adams. Trying to get around the corner. He's going to walk into the end zone for another Fayetteville touchdown.
Fayetteville just kind of pouring it on here in the 4th quarter.
So Fayetteville's going to win their 10th in a row in this series. That's tied for the 2nd longest win streak. Springdale has a 13 and 10 game win streak. New kicker is going to come on for Fayetteville. Kicks on the way and good. So at 3:33 to go in the ballgame, our new score, Fayetteville 48, Springdale 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER. Hometown fresh.
3:33 to go in the ball game. Fayetteville has just scored again to make it 48-14. Dropping back deep for Springdale, Martre Simon, Daryl Parchman, and J-Lo. Springdale, I'd say Springdale's going to go deep into their bunch and let some guys play, but I think the guys are already playing. Springdale has suffered a number of injuries tonight. The most notable, that to Grant Allen. He left in the first half with an ankle injury. Jawan left also in the first half. Those are two significant injuries for the Red Dogs as they move forward towards the playoffs. Huxley Richardson kicks off. That ball's going to hit at the 5-yard line, roll into the end zone for a touchback. So, certainly not what the Red Dogs had hoped for when we started the night, but I think all in all, they can take some things out of this. And, you kind of have to take a measuring stick. You know how far you are away from one of the best teams in the state. Now you know what you got to work on, and now, got to get some guys healthy.
Absolutely. Springdale did a great job in the first half before really the injury to Grant Allen, staying in this ballgame, having momentum there late in the first half, and then once Grant went down, Fayetteville just kind of poured it on Springdale.
So 1st and 10 for the Dogs, ball at the 20. Here's Darrell. He's going to get a couple up to maybe the 23-yard line. It's going to be a tough week. I think Springdale had been on a nice little roll the last couple of weeks and gotten some wins, and this one's going to be tough to stomach. But you got to go back to work. You got Bentonville coming in next week, and they're certainly flying high after a win tonight. They're going to be 5-3 and undefeated in conference play.
Absolutely, Bentonville's coming in after beating a Rogers team that Springdale kind of struggled with last week.
In and out of the hands of Martre Simon. Clock will stop with 2:50 to go.
So Springdale here showing they're not giving up no matter what the score is.
We'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Rock's going to check in. Jaden Cornelius is in there. It's Brock on the sidelines.
I believe he caught that, but ref said he was out of bounds.
Well, they're going to say that one's out of bounds. So Springdale's going to have to punt here on 4th down and 7. Barroso will check in.
So I think if you're Springdale here, kind of spinning it forward the next week or two, really looking to win at least one of your next two to hold on to a home game in the playoffs.
There's Barroso, pops it up in the air. It's going to bounce at the 41, and Connor Flanagan has the football. Springdale didn't cover it, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 40-yard line. I think everybody just stopped when it hit the ground.
I don't think Springdale was anticipating Flanagan really to try and return that at all.
So Fayetteville will take over with 2:35 to go in the ball game. Ball be placed at the 39. Hank Gibbs will bring the offense out for Fayetteville. Springdale's got some young guys in there. Trayvon Westbrook's checked in at a linebacker spot. Here's Reese Nelson again. Springdale's going to stack him up at the 40-yard line for no gain.
Springdale flying up to the football right there.
Clock running with 2:12 to go. Fayetteville taking their time as a play clock now just at 15 seconds. Here's Nelson. Tackle made on the outside. I believe that's Ricky Monafor on the outside. It's going to bring up third down as the clock continues to run with 1:40 to go.
Ricky, great job right there of coming upfield and making that tackle in the backfield.
So third down, 13 yards to go. Fayetteville again taking their time here, looking to bleed as much of this clock as possible. The play clock now at 15. Gibbs will give to Nelson. He gets through the, wow, he took a shot there at the end. It's going to bring up fourth down. He's going to be marked down at the, call it the 33-yard line. So we go under a minute to go. Again, Carlos and I will be on the air next week, 6:30, back home at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Bentonville in town, game time 7:05. Play clock goes under 10. This will be the last play of the ball game. Gibbs gives to Nelson. He's going to be stopped at the 30-yard line. And Springdale will take over on downs with 24 seconds to go.
Reese gets just enough there to pick up the first down for Fayetteville.
They give him the first down. Yeah, they sure did. I'm sorry, apologize. Our angle here not the greatest.
I looked back to the other side and then looked back over, and they said first down. But
yep, so that's going to be the end of the ball game. Final 15 seconds run off the scoreboard. Our final score tonight, 48-14. Carlos and I will be back to wrap it up. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Our final score tonight, Fayetteville 48, Springdale 14. I think all around, not a great night for the folks here in red, but let's talk about this going forward. Springdale very much, everything's still in front of them. Home playoff game was the goal. They're still in the driver's seat for the 4 seed. With Van Buren's loss tonight, if you look at it and if the chalk holds, you start looking at that Van Buren game and saying, well, that's probably for the 4 seed.
Absolutely. As you said, looking at that Van Buren game, depending on what Springdale does next week, on who we have coming back, who's healthy, we could still be looking, at the 3 seed, depending on what happens with Bentonville and or Fayetteville, in the coming weeks.
So Carlos and I will be on the air 6:30 next week. Game time again, 7:05. We appreciate you watching. For Carlos and our entire BSN staff, we will talk to you next week from Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Good night, everybody.